welcome to HBFT Gaming. I'm HBFT, and we are back again with Star Wars Interworlds, an overhaul mod for X4 Foundations. Today, we have to get into the fight very quickly, because right now we have a bit of an incursion. Star Wars Interworlds is one of the, I would say, one of the most involved and exciting versions of X4 I've ever played, just because the battles continue onwards and onwards. It's like Warhammer 40k where the battles never stop. So but we now have a new tool. We saw how powerful the octuple barbette turbo lasers were in just unleashing a fusillade of damage, just an incredible just barrage of death and destruction, and I figured I'd like a few more of those. So I present to you our brand new tool to help us hold back the New Republic, the Provocateur. So this one is pretty awesome. You can see this is the Imperial Star Destroyer 2 way out on the left side here, and this is the brand new Provocateur, which apparently was based off of the Imperial Star Destroyer number 2. And this thing has the capability to equip 18 octuple barbette turbo lasers, whereas the ISD-2 from yesterday has 8. So this has over double the octuple barbette turbo lasers that unleash doom every, I don't know how long or so, and it is a lot more expensive, so I kind of had to dig into our reserves in order to get this thing in a battle, but it is very powerful, I believe. So I'd love to check this out. So if we actually head on over to the description right here, it says the Provocateur class Star Destroyer was designed in secret by Kuat Drive Yards for defense of the top secret Maw installation. The KDY took the existing Imperial 2 class Star Destroyer and gutted it, replacing all internal subsystems and primary reactors with top secret materials directly from the research installation itself. The Provocateur sees an increase in shielding, a decrease in armor over its cousin the ISD-2. Where the two ships really differ is the enormous firepower the Provocateur brings, fielding battle cruiser class weaponry and point defense systems, as well as a smaller fighter complement. So kind of interesting. If we actually take a look at the ship comparison right here, we can actually bring up the Provocateur. So here is the ISD number 2. There's so many ships in this game, I swear, it's amazing. So we'll go high preset, which is pretty close to what we have, not quite. And then we'll go ahead and grab our Provocateur right here. Hey there, old Rumsey. Thank you so much for the redemption. Thank you so much for the redemption of the Nura Helmet 2.0. I really appreciate it. High five, yeah? So here is our brand new vessel right here. And there's the difference right there. The average turret output is at 17.6k as opposed to 12.5k, but I've actually adjusted the ship. It's not full octuple barbette turbo lasers. So if I actually adjust here, what I did was I replaced a couple of these, well, maybe like 8 of these, so we only have 10 of them. I replaced them with heavy ion turrets, heavy ion cannon turrets, which now raises our DPS to 20,000. So this is an 8,000 increase, which is more than a standard victory, like adding a whole nother Vic 2 Star Destroyer into the mix or something, right? Yeah, I guess the agenda today is provocation. Yes, Savax, high five. So if you're wondering what's going on right now, yesterday we kind of came around the backside of the Empire and we were able to unite the unknown regions under our rule. So that's been very helpful, because our ship supply has taken a huge leap forward and now we are no longer having to pay excess fees. However, in that time, right after the stream ended, I noticed that Doran had been consumed. Now, Doran is very important. Previously, the Galactic Empire held this. It was unclaimed in the beginning, and it's been going back and forth between the Empire and the New Republic. The reason why this is serious is because, A, I know in this system somewhere is Home 1. Now, Home 1 is probably, in my opinion, one of, if not the strongest XL vessels in the entire game. And it has DPS that at range can out DPS our Keldabe. Now that's pretty significant, and it also has the redundancy of the Mon Calamari carriers out there. So it's very, very powerful. And they've dedicated a fleet here and taken Doran. Doran is allowing them to move behind our defensive outpost, which gives us the militia standing out in Parnassus right here. It also allows them to move straight through to all of the equipment docks that we use to launch and stage ourselves to go to Ithor against the Mandalorians, or to go to Bilbringi against the New Republic. So it is a critical choke point, and the moment they can bypass this choke point, we all of a sudden have to fight on multiple fronts instead of sending all our forces to one place. And that is not good, because we don't have a huge volume of craft to send. So that's why we are bringing the Provocateur, the ISD-2, 2 Vic-2 Star Destroyers, the Keldabi at XL, and then the Arrestor, all with about 150 fighters behind them, and hopefully it's going to be enough to push them back. Right now you can already see that there is a battle in play. We are actually part of a raid, and we need to defend, believe it or not, we need to defend this poor Quasar right here that is in the thick of it. So if we don't get on over, that's why I paused the game, because if we don't get on over right now, then we may lose this vessel. And this is the center of the destruction, and we are probably going to be fighting quite heavily. Previously, we've been fighting against pirates here and there. This is actually against the major faction of the game. So this is a very different kind of fight today. Hey, Big Tony, good to see ya. High five. Very nice to see ya, yeah. Hey, Daniel, good to see ya. So we got to make this happen. And if we don't do it now, it'll never happen. And they'll just keep spreading. And the Galactic Empire may get surrounded and have to fight multiple fronts. This might be the beginning of the end if we don't take care of this right now. We need to take Doran, or at least shut down, push them back a little bit, right? So right now we are on the Provocateur. We are here. And we're just going to push the fleet right through to the other side of the jump gate, and then just dump ourselves into these fighters, establish a foothold, push on in, hit this NRL defense platform and wipe that thing out, hold in the middle. Now, mind you, we've got satellites in key locations right here. One to see what's on the other side of the jump gate, one to see what's happening in the center of the sector, one to see what's happening on the jump gate on the other side, and then another one on the opposite side, so we can see what forces are mustering. We'll want to check this quite often in the engagement, because the NRL has vast resources available, and they can continue to flood us, and at some point we will have to fall back. This is just a moment for us to push on in, hit these guys, protect the Quasar, and get the heck out. That's the idea, and hopefully it's not going to cost us too much. So let's do it. No more delays. So let's see, we'll drop out the menu. We need to be ready. So we're going to be in first person right here, and we are going to unpause, travel drive, boost through, and we need to close 14 kilometers in the new Provocateur. The battleship's sick. Does it still somehow have fighters? Yes, it does. I have not built new fighters, but it is currently holding 69 of our fighters. And then I put the rest on the Imperial Star Destroyer too. And of course, the Arrestor. Hold. Okay, so we've now entered the opposite side. Where are we at? Here it is. Okay, so a lot of fighters here, so they should start to automatically scramble. I'm actually just going to move forward on cruise mode and let the fighters handle everything. So we're just going to go ahead and cut engines, move forward, zoom out, and then we'll see what's happening, right? Already you can see a lot of octuple barbette turbo lasers firing off the starboard side at a fighter. Poor guy. Yeah, it is better. It's very expensive though. I think it was like 140 million at the cheap end. All right, let's go in and start pulling in loot. Our interceptors are starting to launch 12 at a time. Okay, so apparently the Imperial Immobilizer has aggroed. I did not mean for that to happen. They are ticking us right now. Hold. Man, I don't like this. So if you're wondering what just happened there, this Imperial Immobilizer, or the Interdictor, has been the way that it works, because of limitations in the engine, it sends out a 25-kilometer ping and deals 1 point of damage to everyone, whether it's friend or foe, in the vicinity, to stop us from using our travel drive. It yanks people out of travel drive. The problem is, if it dings us, we strike back. So that's why a lot of players will use mods like, I think it's like Apologize for Friendly Fire, allowing you to essentially gain your rep back. But in this case, we are going to destroy this thing because it attacked us and created a hostile environment, but there's nothing we can do. It's a good thing we've got enough rep to withstand this hit, but we'll see how this goes. So let's just hold and keep pulling in the loot while we engage. We're just cruising on forward. There's the Quasar, so we're shielding it with our vessel. Fighters, bombers,
danger.
Everyone's coming through. I guess the bombers are attacking the immobilizer. This should be short and sweet. I just hope it doesn't disrupt our raid, right? Come on, come on, come on.
Awaiting orders.
So we're just slowly cruising in. Hitting B-wings. The immobilizer's down. Yeah, it seems like we're okay. Seems like they haven't, you know, shut us out from this raid yet. I'm actually in a stopper forward movement, so we don't push too far into the center. And we'll keep the loot magnet going. And then when this is clear, let's go in and take a look at the middle of the sector. I don't see any movement here. We're going to go in and look at the opposite gate. We see some CR-90s out here. And if we look on the opposite side of Berenguer, looks like we don't have anyone flooding through. I don't know where Home 1 is. I thought I saw it earlier. So as soon as we clear this, man, we really need to stop these guys. Let's hang tight and give them some orders here. My guess is, let's get the raider. We're going to go in and launch our raider, and they're going to go on a strike against that craft just to shut down their squadron leader. So direct order, go for the attack. It looks like, oh, they've got another. Oh, wow. We're destroying all of the Quasar's escorts. Everyone's aggroed against us. I mean, we might as well get involved and make this short and sweet, right? Boredom. Oh, good. Oh, that's true. We can board our allies. But something tells me they were not going to last for very long. Right? Yeah, this guy's almost done. Maybe he'll leave of his own volition. Who knows? Who knows? The ping is safer in your hands, at least. That's true. I would just keep it off for the most part. And we'll just keep pulling in the loot. Oh my god, turbo lasers. That is a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful, beautiful thing. All right, come on, gentlemen. Yeah, I think we've slowly been able to safeguard this defense platform. Our mission giver is actually on that defensive platform. He chose a very hostile environment to be in. You can see we're pulling in more loot, more cash. This is how we're going to get our money back. Wow, that is quite an overwhelming force there. How many shots are you going to get off on the station? Wow. I don't know what to think about that. You'll notice that all of our fighters have been dinged and have damaged because of the immobilizer, because they all got ticked for multiple ticks of 1 damage. So every one of us is damaged. So that's going to be, I mean, that is credits, but oh well, at least we have the vast majority of our hull. That should be the last one. Come on, wipe that guy out. I don't want to have to worry about this before we push out. Oh yeah, okay, I'm going to assume they got that guy. And there's a Y-wing. I'm going to assume we got that guy. We have a new target. We're going to go and push on in right to the defensive platform in the center, and we shall guide our bunnies to victory. So off we go. Prepping. Right now we are 204 kilometers away from sector center. We'll start spooling now. And we're going to cut I've never seen all of the turbo lasers on this thing fire.
Awaiting orders.
So we're gonna cut within, let's say, 10 kilometers and dip the nose and see how much we can send with 10 of those octuple barbette turbo lasers and 2 heavy ion cannons. In theory, we could get 18 of them, but I decided I wanted to drop shields more readily. So we are 140 kilometers, 120 kilometers. Prep for cut. We need to cut within 10. We're traveling at 7,000 meters per second. Hold for a second. What was that ping? Okay, we've got a patrol Pelta 2. We've got the CR90s, and those are the only ones that I can see so far. So far, so good. And the rest of us are now making a beeline behind us. That's perfect. Okay, excellent. I might actually say, let's have these, maybe the ISD-2 with the Doom Dorito. We'll have them maybe strike at the Pelta directly like that. And then I'm going to have the Keldabe off on the side to strike the escort like this. And then that way they'll cover us as we dump in the barbettes. So let's go ahead and move. 30, 20, cut. So in theory, I just need to angle towards this defensive platform and wait for things to pan over. Yes. And that took off 12%. That is amazing.
Engaging.
That is amazing. Wow. All right, not too bad. Keep an eye out. What do we got going on back here? Back here is a Dreadnought. Yeah, we've got an NRL Patrol Dreadnought. So far, so good. Situational awareness is key. That Pelt is already under target. The Raiders, I need to maybe stay back a little bit. I don't want them to take on a large. I might actually have him dock for now. Specifically the Raider.
Striking.
Cut attack. Oh, I got a little close there. Okay, let's just hold right here. Hang tight. So it looks like we lost an interceptor. There's a patrol Pelta. I'm just coming around. We've got our ISD-2. We'll get the Keldabe to hit this guy first so he doesn't just squeak by and hit the Quasar, yeah? And then we shall continue. So just keep bombarding this thing. Wow, it's like point blank on this. I don't even think the defensive platform can really strike us back, which is epic. 69%. Let's hold. And looks like they got it under control. I am a little worried about the Pelta 2, but that's a lot of fighters. Even the fighters can handle it. Let's see if the turbo lasers are almost online. Now they are. That is pretty good. That's pretty good. That's excellent. And now this defensive platform is down to 62%. Awesome. All right, crank it right. Seems like we're aiming in that direction. And hold. New Republic is mounting a defense in Doran. So does that mean that they've got more ships than we're aware of? There's a GR-75, CR-90. We've got the NRL Patrol Dreadnought. They've got a YT-1300. I'm assuming they've got more forces that are going to kind of group up right here. I don't know where their administrative platform is. What I could do while we're fighting is actually grab one of our loot bug scouts. We'll send them in, and we will have them explore this area and figure out what the heck is going on. Maybe there's a station or something like that that we're not aware of. This Keldabe is on this Pelta. He should be able to wipe that out. ISD-2 is helping out. Not quite on the Pelta yet, but it should be launching the scimitars. So far, so good. This is not bad. Not bad. We've lost 2 interceptors so far, the Royal Guard variety. Oh, heck yes, Azrael. High five. I haven't fought against the Ascendancy yet, but they sound really cool. All right, Provocateur. For those joining us, we just picked up a new Provocateur, and it's got the ability to have 18 octuple barbette turbo lasers. This is just one half of it. All right, we lost another TIE Defender Elite. This is the closest Pelta 2. This Keldabe is approaching this Pelta 2. Double check the south. NRL Patrol Dreadnought still. And we've got another Corvette on the west. Hang tight. Let's strafe to the left slowly, because I have a feeling the right side's going to be removed very soon. This defensive platform's down to 41%.
Why are you shooting me?
Because you're the New Republic. I don't know why you ask such silly questions. Okay, before I tunnel vision too much, I better check again. Travel drive is kind of insane in this game. Things pick up so quickly. So this is a medium, so all of our fighters should be okay with that. Our Pelta here is removed. The Keldabi is dealing with the other Pelta out here. I think the Quasar is up near the defensive platform. We need to make sure this survives because the quest giver for the raid is on that station. And then we've got many mediums out here, one large, another medium. So far, so good, yeah? I think it was yesterday you talked about a better version of the probe drive. Would you mind sharing where to get it? Or maybe chat knows? Hey, Obi, absolutely. I have no problem sharing that at all. So, A, you need to make sure that you've got the Heroes of Star Wars Interworlds. So that's extensions. And I believe it should be located right here by Aurela Noctis. Heroes for Star Wars Interworlds. If you have that installed, then you can actually head on over to, let's say, an Imperial Wharf. The one I like is the one in Munilinst. And in the Imperial Wharf, buy ships, small, and there's the loot bug right there. You can have a total of 10. I currently have 4. The loot bug is not expensive. It's 363,000 at high preset, and it can move at 11.5 kilometers per second, and it also has a good volume of hull and a huge sensor range. So very, very, very powerful. And actually, you can kind of see it right now. I have all of our loot bugs staged right next door, right here in Ord Mantell, and that's the radius. This is the sensor range radius. So all it has to do is do a flyby, and it reveals so much at once. It's a huge, huge deal for me, at least. So high five. Hopefully that helped. All right, let's continue. Provocateur, we've lost 2 vessels so far. Not too shabby at all. And the defensive platform is now down to 38%. That was not long at all. The other ISD-2 and the Keldabi have not even been involved in this assault. It is purely the Provocateur, yeah? You are very welcome. Thank you for hanging out today, yeah? So here we go. Let's continue the fight. We're just going to wipe out this little segment on the right side, and then all of a sudden we can refocus all of our guns to the left. So we're just going to continue to slightly strafe, think ahead, and we'll climb at the same time. My assumption is we wipe this out, this bit right here, and all the guns will focus to the left. So I guess I might just crank over so I can get the left side of the turbo lasers involved. They're sitting at 30%, so 29, 28. Hey, Crow, high five, good to see ya.
Awaiting orders.
Happy Tuesday. If you're joining us right now, we're currently trying to fight against the New Republic in Doran. They took it. We have to take it back, or at least push them back. It's a critical sector. And 22%. Let's hold right here and survey the battlefield. So right now, what do we got? Is the Pelta 2 clear? Pelta 2 is still being engaged. I might need to take over for the Keldabe there. We've got another... Well, we got a GS-80 this time, so that's different. We have an NRL Patrol Dreadnought, so now they're sending in the largest. But so far, it seems like we've caught them on the back foot. We got kind of lucky here. I really want to clear this out before we start pivoting away. So what I'm going to do, as much as I want to jump in on the Keldabe to help out, because it's not the best at getting all of its firepower in one place, I'm going to resist. You can already see we got a loot bug in system. It's helping us. Look at that. Look at this radius here. The sensor radius is insane. So it's helping us as an early warning system, and hopefully we'll detect anybody out there who might try to hurt the Bunny League. We've got a CR-90, but the funny thing is the GS-80 is actually... Oh, it's a medium as well. I thought it was a large. My bad. It's a Gallifrey. So very much like the GR-75, I think, right? And then we got the Patrol Dreadnought. Well, we have time to respond to the Patrol Dreadnought. The Arrester's out here. He's going to be shutting down this Y-Wing. that probably came in to bomb us. So just keep up the fight. Drop this out as quickly as possible. There they go. And for those that are just joining us, we just picked up the Provocateur, an even more powerful version of the ISD-2. It has... Oh, look at that. My guess is our ISD-2 is here. Yeah, it is. That is awesome. So we just burnt this thing from 22% down to 5% just like that. That is crazy. Come on, wipe this thing out. How we doing? How we doing, guys? I gotta check on them quite often, I feel. Patrol Dreadnought. The loot bug is being attacked by that medium. That's fine. This Pelta's shields are finally down. I think I'll leave the Keldabi to it. Seems like they can handle it. Perfect. And let us go. Down to 101,000 credits. Well, actually, so we have a lot more credits. It's just we kind of had to dip into our stores. So if you take a look here, we've got money that's currently in different accounts across all the stations because as we build, they want to have a budget. So if we were to actually take all of this money, this is actually how I bought the Provocateur, which is why we're at 0 in total at the moment. We actually have over 100,000 or 100 million. So if I were to pull money out of every account, we're sitting at like 98 million right now, but it's just, it has to sit all spread out amongst all of the stations. So as soon as that budget is satisfied across all the stations, any money after that just goes straight to the liquid pool of cash up here in the upper left. Yeah. Almost done with this. 2% on this defensive platform, and then we get to work on the ships. All right, let's go ahead and crank it away. Excellent. This platform is down. All right, new contact, Patrol Pelta 2. That's probably on the Keldabi. Let's double check and make sure that we've got a new target. We're going to go ahead and target that Dreadnought. And we're going to sweep through and move straight into their defensive platforms in the south. They've got a Rhydonium refinery, thanks to our loot bug, and an ore refinery down below. We'll sweep through the defensive platform. Or I suppose we could actually move right to left, because if we hit this and come out this way, even if the enemy comes through, we have time to respond, as opposed to if we do the defensive platform and move this way and our back is to the gate. So I'm actually going to take out this guy, swing out to the ore refinery, and sweep left. So that's the idea. That's the idea. Keldabi should be able to finish that guy off. I trust him. And off we go. Fantastic. 57 kilometers. We're already going to start to spool up. It's going to take us 30 seconds to prep. But we got to think ahead here.
Waiting orders.
BSS, this is the way, is awaiting order. So that means he cleared out that Pelta 2, which is midway between us and the defensive platform, the only Imperial defensive platform in the system, which is great. 50, 40, 36, cut. We kind of impacted with something in the way. Looks like we hit the build storage, I think. So how are we doing otherwise? Keldabi is right here. He's joining the fight. I'll actually have him maybe already start to head out to the ore refinery and find out what's there. Hopefully he doesn't get overwhelmed. We can always join him if necessary. And I will also get the Imperial Star Destroyer. He's going to hit this guy, the GS-80, and then move on and strike like that. So just to double check, yep, that looks fine. And we're going to hit the Patrol Dreadnought, and then we're going to head on over to the NRL ore refinery. I'm going to go ahead and actually mark this up. So we'll select our Provocateur, and then we're going to start guidance here so that we have that in the system. But we're focused right on this NRL Patrol Dreadnought first, because we want to take care of him. He's cruising pretty quickly. We're not super agile. We've got a lot of guns that are weighing us down, but God help him. Wow, that guy is really moving. He's at 134 meters per second. I think it's just that we hit something, right? Yeah, we're still moving sideways. Here, let's stop the engines first. Stop our movement, because we're like drifting at the moment. I don't know if we can. Increase New Republic reconnaissance in Doran. That's the system that we're in right now. Okay. All right. Bring her around. Man, that is unfortunate. There we go. 66 kilometers. Already start to spool. We kind of kicked in the travel drive a little earlier than I thought, so it came online a little faster. Man, I can't wait until we can mod our ships like this. I haven't done the research for it. That'd be absolutely insane. Can you imagine? Increasing the turret output? Because this is stock right now, you know what I mean? 60, 50, 40, 30, cut, 27. We need to be within, I think, like 14 kilometers, ideally within 10, if we want to give them the full siege level amount of firepower. 28. All right, now we spool up. We should be able to get in front of them. You're going to see the ISD-2 in the background just shooting right on by because he's not even worried about this little gent. Hang tight. I think we've got new contacts. Yeah, we've got one dreadnought here, another dreadnought right here. We've got more fighters jumping in. On the south side, we've got another GS-80, NRL ore refinery, Keldabe. There is a Y-wing that has bypassed our defenses. That's fine. I don't think it's too bad. Imperial factory. I wouldn't start building so soon. So Keldabe's like way out here, right? We do have our Vic-2s. Let's send the Vic-2s to deal with the other dreadnought. That might be the right play right here. So we're going to get our other 2 Victory 2s, and we're going to have them move in on the attack on that gentleman right there. And I'm also going to cancel their attack on this patrol dreadnought. Just double check that they're both like that. Yep, looking good. This Keldabe is straight in on the target. The ISD-2, right now the Doom Dorito, is heading on over to... Oh, wow. He's going right after the GS-80 still. Okay, so that's not good. I will actually cancel that order, and we'll have him move and start striking that NRL ore refinery. And I think that should suffice. We are going to be targeting this guy. So everyone has a target assigned. And let us go. We're already spooling up the travel drive. We want to aim in front of him. And we want to cut at 14 and then dump right into his side. That should drop him pretty quickly. Cut.
Awaiting orders.
Here he is. We'll dip the nose a little bit. Vector towards him. Hey, Anakitas. Pretty good. We're fighting against the NRL right now. And we have a new provocateur with more up 2-pull barbette turbo lasers. That's right. Pretty good. High five. Hopefully you're doing well. This is my boom ship. That's right. That's right. Those are heavy ion cannons. This is why I haven't assigned anyone else to this attack, because the provocateur can handle it. That's a lot of guns. The thing is, welcome, Mistvan. The thing is that it can actually have 18 of these things. I only have 10 because I decided to get heavy ion cannons to help with shields so we can drop them out more quickly. There it is. Wow. He said, please stop shooting, please. Okay, well, that guy's dead. He sent out a distress drone. Okay, well, he was very distressed. I understand. Excellent. Love that. All right, so far, Little Fighter's getting on by. Hopefully, we'll be able to take care of that. I might actually get the Arrestor and have them defend out this way. I don't even know if that makes sense. Maybe we'll have them attack targets out here. Attack targets in range like that just to cover the Quasar and our quest giver. Yeah. It's beautiful. It is, isn't it? It's so gorgeous. And then we shall just cruise on by down to the ore refinery. The nice thing is we'll naturally hit this patrol dreadnought at the same time. So let's bring ourselves around. This is the target on the ore refinery, right? Here we come.
Awaiting orders.
So that poor patrol dreadnought is there on the left. All right, start to spool.
Awaiting orders.
Travel drive is spooling up. 197.
Striking.
And we are in line. Okay, let's hold for a second. Just double check situational awareness, right? So the arrestor is where? Right now, our arrestor is here. Okay, so he's going to cross all the way back out, and he's got fighters to help extend past that point. The Raider is currently on board, docked and waiting. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Our Victory 2s probably have no additional attack orders because they cleared out the Pelta now. So just to double check that they are now fluid. Excellent. We'll go ahead and shut down the Scout Loot Bug fleet. We've got a good target here. And our Keldabe is currently engaging the ore refinery as well with the GR-75 close by. This is all looking good. Double check reinforcements. Right now, nothing on this satellite. Nothing coming from the opposite side. This is a clean sweep so far. That's really, really nice because they've got some serious forces, I know, that might come our way, right? It's most definitely a super spicy Dorito. That's right, it is. 180 kilometers and closing. And then we're going to get these octuple barbettes in, and hopefully with 2 ISD-2 variants plus the Keldabe, we can drop this as quickly as possible and move to the next, and at least have the Dorito point towards the jump gate. That's going to be important because it takes us a long time to actually turn this ship around. 50. We want to be within 14. 20. Cut. 4.6. That's the target. Okay, so who's on us right now? There's stuff I have not seen, right? So we've got a mineral miner who's sent out a distress call. We have an ship tech trader just sent out a distress drone. I would too if you had this giant Dorito charging. Like a mad rhino, dear God. Hey, Medras. High five. Welcome. Welcome to Twitch, yeah? Build storage. Yeah, looking good, looking good. Okay, just keep it up. Keep it up. We got this. We can do this. Just focus on the station. Hang tight. Oh, we're shooting at the... Oh, okay, we're shooting at that ship instead. All right, fair enough. Oh, it's no longer alive. Okay, just one half of the ship shot at it. It's no longer alive. Oh, looks like that freighter is dead too. Okay, perfect. Now the guns are focusing where they need to. Right on this edge. Right on their dock.
Striking.
Wow, multiple ISD-2s. Look at this.
Orders.
Oh my God, there's the Vic 2. There's the barrage. Wow. It just looks like a blur. A blur of lasers. Green, red. It's Christmas here in the Bunny League and the Hut Cartel. It came to town. Yeah, that's the left side there. New target. That looks like a spice factory. Oh yeah, that's a spicy factory. That's for sure. Okay, this thing is down to 72%. Let's go ahead and hold situational awareness. What do we have? Nothing on the opposite. Nothing on our side. No one attacking the defensive platform. Right now we have the hero, the light maker, shot through. I mean, that's fine. We're not really going to do too much with that. I'm going to get the arrestor. We're going to go ahead and try to shut these guys out. Attack targets in range here, right there. But I'm actually going to adjust it so I don't catch the light maker because that's just ridiculous if it pulls us out of system. That'd be really bad. So just make sure that we've got the right angle and go. 72%. Let's go ahead and close the gap. Make sure all guns are in range.
Striking.
69%. 67%. All right, keep striking, keep striking. 64. Left side should be online off cooldown. Let's go and cut 4.8 kilometers. That seems about right. There we go. So all guns should be in range now. Wow. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 potential slots for tuple barbette turbo lasers. Right now, the internal 4 right here, these 4 mounds, are relegated to heavy ion cannons. No shields to get through here, so they're not doing too much.
Stop your attack immediately.
No. No. You're at 52%. What can I say? Okay, just double check. Double check. Where are we at? No new vessels. No new vessels. Looking good. Building in progress. Good. The arrestor should be on the way. Actually, where is the arrestor again? Man, that thing is a little difficult to find sometimes. Oh, here's the arrestor coming in from the right side. That looks great. The loot bug is still scouting. If he didn't find anything now in system, I think we're okay. So let's just, I guess, sweep. Yep, keep sweeping. Keep sweeping. Off we go. It's times like these I wish I actually selected all octuple barbette turbo lasers, but we can always refit this thing if it suits us. But I have a feeling the moment we have really nasty targets with huge shields like the Mon Calamari vessels, I'm gonna be glad I had the ion cannons. At least they still do damage, right? Keep it up. Any other mounts? Yeah, they've got, so this variant here has, I don't remember how many point defense. So if we actually look at it on the Provocateur, you can see these are groups of 4. So this is 8 heavy ion cannons. This is 10 octuple barbette turbo lasers. We've got, I think, 8 heavy ball turbo lasers. We've got a bunch of duals and singles all in clusters. And then we've got this many point defense cannons, giving us anti-fighter capability that we were severely lacking. And then we've got, I think, 3 heavy tractor beams to keep people close to us and in range. So very strong. Definitely quite a step up from the ISD-2. Are the weapons on the other side of the ship? I am not sure. I haven't seen it thus far. We can test that, though. I don't think so. As far as I'm aware, when I looked at the diagram, actually, this is probably the easiest way to see it. If we go Imp Shipyard, Buy Ship, XL, Provocateur, you can see all of the hard points, right? Okay, so there are some on the bottom. Curious which ones they are. Okay, so some duels on the bottom, but they've got, you've got this gentle slope up like this. Sorry, I have DLSS turned on right now, which is causing it to be low res in the shop. That's all. If you turn it off, it goes high res again. But if we are angled directly on with the point, then in theory, these guns should be able to hit things still. We don't have to pitch up too much. We pitch up too much, and the problem is our main DPS, which comes off of these turrets right here, will not be able to fire. So I'd rather pitch down just to make sure that these things can actually get their shots on. If I really wanted to micromanage, I would wait until all of these shot, then pitch up, get these to go, pitch back down, and then hopefully these are going to be off cooldown like that. But I don't think that's necessary against a static target like this. So that's the idea. All right, square off. So you can see the turbo lasers on the left side are firing. So that's 5 clusters right there. And then we'll have another 5 on the right side. And then the internal 4 can be either octuple barbette turbo lasers, or they can be the heavy ion cannons, giving us a potential for 18 of those things. Right now we're sitting at 25% off that 100. So I may already move to the next facility just to start this process, because we currently have our Keldabi and the ISD-2 focused right on this guy. Oh my god, all the loot. Never mind. Let me just grab some loot first. Actually, no. I will start to move to the next. Let's go ahead and say I want our Provocateur towards the Rhydonium refinery. And just double check again for defensive purposes. Yeah, look at this swarm. That's excellent. I like to see it. Drop out the E-Wing patrol. Fantastic. Very nice. Shut the NRL out. And mind you, we're getting paid for this, right? So if we actually look at the raid, we've got 3 more minutes right on it, and we've been doing significant damage as well as taking out stations. So hopefully we're going to earn a few million or something like that. So let's go ahead and confirm here. And it seems like we just need 15 million more before we've gotten to a point where all of the budgets have been resatisfied, right? So excellent. We'll start grabbing loot, and we shall rotate at the same time. So you can see that loot is coming to us. And we shall rotate towards the next station. Guns will still fire. So just trying to be relatively efficient before the reinforcements get here, because if we can form up in a formation, that makes a huge difference for the ISDs. What about using the medium mounts for ions? Would that work? Potentially. I think the problem is that only certain mounts can have the ion cannons on it. And this is actually the first time I've ever had access to heavy ion cannons. So that's been pretty epic. Yeah, slow turn rate. Yes, it's quite the chonker. You are not wrong. You are not wrong at all. All right, she's moving. There's our ISD-2 that we got yesterday. Okay, hang tight. I think we got most of the loot here outside of stuff that goes into the hold. And if I double check the health while we've completed our turn, we're still turning here. You can see they should be able to finish it off. It now is 5% total. That's it. That's great news. That's really, really good. There is an NRL ship, a Pelta class freighter in here. I'm curious why it has not been struck down. Well, let's go ahead and change that. We're going to get these two Vics. They're going to reorient themselves, hit the middle right here. So strike true. Clear that out. And we shall continue to proceed. Because when they're done with that guy, then they should be able to just join us, and they'll hit from a different angle on this ore refinery, which is going to be great. Rhydonium ore refinery. Okay, we're speeding on up. Travel drive. Select 80 kilometers. This thing spools up faster than I would think. So I usually want the center right on the target, but it might kick in. Did we make it? Just made it. Perfect, perfect. Yep, just made it. Wow. Yeah, I thought it would take like 30 seconds. I don't think that's the case. 40, 30, 20. Cut. Dip the nose. So we'll dip the nose on the Rhydonium refinery. And there we go. So mind you, before this barrage, it was at 97%, and now 86. Perfect. That is beautiful. Okay, cut all engines. Angle. Let's see, is the other one clear? The other one is clear. Let's go ahead and give new orders. So attack order to the Keldabe. Strike right on. Next. And then we've got the other ISD2 and strike right on right there. Excellent. And these Victory 2s. Oh, did they already clear out the freighter? Oh, they didn't clear out the freighter yet, did they? Well, that's no good. You have been given an order, sir. I'd really appreciate it if you followed it. There we go. Go ahead and take care of that, please. Imperial factories are starting to pop up everywhere. They can't wait, apparently. Double check. No reinforcements yet. This is a good sign. We might be able to make this an unclaimed sector. I don't want to claim it myself because it's such a hot spot of activity. All right, hang tight right there. Perfect. Excellent. So the rest of them... Oh, yep, there he is. Like clockwork. Look at that. You know what's kind of crazy? The Galactic Empire is mounting a defense in Ithor. And what's awesome is that that's against the Mandalorians. And the Mandalorians have some really nasty XXL vessels that have just completely annihilated my fighter escort. So 61%. There's serious wars going on here. We kind of hit a pocket of space in the interval of time between the fights where it seems like this is the right time to strike, right? Keep the pressure on before they can scramble. I know they're going to scramble. It's just a matter of when. Look at the loot bug getting way out there past the original sector edge. Pelta class fighters getting on out there. And this thing's now at 42%. And we haven't even had the ISD-2 on it yet, right? Yeah, he's still maneuvering. I might actually have him leap forward, but no. Let's stick together. Stick together. Don't get ahead of yourself. Don't get ahead of yourself. Go ahead and angle this thing. Excellent. Top's been cut in twain. And double check. What do we got? Distress drone. More build storage. God, these guys are really, really persistent. Here, can you attack here? Attack targets in range. Remove orders and attack targets in range. There we go. That's on a Millennium Falcon type. Go in and clear and attack targets in range. Double check anyone who's out there on the outskirts. Gonna go in and clear their orders and have them attack targets in range. It's almost like they got stuck a little bit. Double check. Looking good so far. Excellent. All right, back to it. 15%. 13%. God, this is fast. I'm so used to X4 Foundations where I'm just waiting a year. I feel like this is awesome. The damage output's insane.
Awaiting orders.
All right, Royal Dorito is good. Okay, so this is down to 10%. I'm gonna move to the last platform I'm aware of in system. Let's go ahead and start soaking in any sort of pinata loot that came out. None. So focus Provocateur on the NRL defensive platform. We'll let these guys finish the job. I guess we'll help on the way. We'll pass by, do a little bit of a drive-by, a float-by, if you will. And we've got this gentleman 100 kilometers away, and that should be the last of the resistance. And the nice thing is we are going to be close enough to the jump gate. If they pop on through, our guns are going to fire immediately, right? So off we go. Curious if we've actually been able to wipe out that 1300M, the YT 1300M, because if that's the case, I might have everyone return. Yeah, I don't see him anymore. I don't see him anymore. This is great. NRL factory, they're trying to add more factories. Silly guys. Silly guys. Well, let's get, I don't know, let's get our Vic-2s. They're a really nice one to send if we get both our Vic-2s and have them assault this before it gets underway, right? So just double check their orders. We've got an attack order. We got another attack order. Get on out there and do the deed. Perfect. We're currently spooling up our travel drive. 96 kilometers. As we do a drive-by, there it is. Excellent. All right. 70. 60. 40. 20. Cut. Dip the nose. And they should come online soon enough. Just continue to drift. Okay, so they're targeting the right side, so I need to go ahead and vector myself off to the right. That's their first target. Hey, Sir Cookie Paws, good to see you. Welcome. Welcome to our fight against the NRL. High five and happy Tuesday. All right, I think we're in a decent-ish spot. Our nose is dipped. That's looking good. We've got clear lanes of fire. Defend that defensive platform. It's sitting at 93%, so we probably need to get a little closer here. Heavy ion cannons dashing their hopes and their dreams. And as soon as they're done with the last station, the rest of our ISD should join. Okay, so let's hold right here, double check. So we're gonna go in and pause and take stock of the situation. No reinforcements inbound. No reinforcements already jumped that I didn't know about. They cleared this station, so let's go ahead and give new orders to both the ISD-2 and the Keldabe. They're going to join the fight and wipe this out, ideally, right? Fantastic. And our Vic-2s are closing in on the fledgling NRL factory. Looking good, bunnies. And the nice thing is, as soon as we're done with this, the raid is over. We have overstayed our welcome, so to speak. So let's go ahead and drop out this station and then get paid. So far, we have taken minimal losses, which has been great. We've lost 2 fighters total. Excellent. So 86. This is good. This went very well. Now, mind you, they will probably strike back, I would imagine. I was seeing in the emergency war updates that the New Republic has mustering a defense of Doran. I mean, they're not doing a very good job right now. But I am not going to underestimate them. They've got multiple fronts to fight on, so it makes sense why it'd take them a little bit to get here. But dear God, they've got some firepower underneath with a lot of teeth.
Awaiting orders.
All right, let's go ahead and see our buddies. Here we go. ISD-2 is on the way. Keldabe's cranking it on over. He's got 2 attack orders. That's a weird one. Let's go ahead and adjust that. There we go. Give him the right order. And then we've got the... Yep, that's correct for the ISD-2. That should speed things up. And then I think this is the arrestor close by. Yeah, the arrestor is actually taking a ding from the defensive platform, but we should be okay. No new contacts here, just a minor, status minor. And let's continue the assault. So 73%. We'll pitch the nose up, because now we're kind of able to center the nose between the locations that they're shooting at, allowing our turbo lasers Still connect, right? Still connect. They are hitting us back. But at least we're the ones tanking it, right? We're the ones tanking it. Galactic Empire mounting a defense in Vortex. Vortex? Vortex is back here. Oh, look at that. We have cleared the NRL's claim to Doran. That is amazing. All right, come on, just wipe this out. One more, one more. Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Taking shield damage.
So just preemptively, I am going to head on out over here. I'm going to go ahead and grab one of our runners. So a non-fleet, unassigned TIE interceptor. And we'll have them land here so that when we're ready, we can already just hop on over and finish the mission just like that, right? Apparently got to finish stuff off on the right side first. Clear out this bunch of discs out here.
We're taking hits.
Arresters under attack. My guess is from the defensive platform, right? So let's at least get them out of here. So we'll get the arrester. We'll just collapse this one so it's a little easier to see. And... oh, see, this is the Iota. There it is. So the arrester's here. Gamma group. Let's go in and have them fall back. We'll have them go out of sector. And they can just get the heck out of Dodge. And we shall continue the siege. Here we go.
Affirmative.
So I told them to escape. Because I don't need their help here. They're not going to do very much. It's not like you can use a tractor beam on the space station and get huge benefits out of it, right? If anything, we'll have them close by to the mission giver. Just on the opposite side of the gate so we know we don't have to watch over them. And they have a fighter escort anyway, so they should be fine. I think they're... yeah, they've got 18 Royal Guard interceptors on board. As well as their actual guns and everything. 56%. Yep, that'll do it. That'll do it. Look at that.
Awaiting orders.
Everyone's jockeying for position. There's the Keldabi right here. There's a Vic-2 Star Destroyer right there. There's the ISD-2. Here's the Provocateur. Everyone's trying to find an angle here, and the arrester is currently booking it on out of there. That's nuts. All right, so my assumption is we made good progress. We were at 50-something%. Now this thing's at 47%. And we're actually starting to angle towards the center of the station now, which is kind of awesome. All right, let's go ahead and just double check out here. Any reinforcements coming on in? Negative. I will head to the arrester, and I'm going to cancel that flee order so they can actually get to the right place. And that's looking good. That's looking good. Excellent. I'm going to nab these guys. I'm going to remove any orders that they have. And that's going to allow them to resume their task. And we're at 38% now. Okay, well, I'm not too sure. It seems like this cross right here is still active. I was hoping it would just be destroyed. You think tractor beams would be extremely scary close up, ripping ships apart? That isn't how they're using cannon. Oh, yeah? Well, I mean, I'm not sure what the heavy tractor beams would be used for. My assumption is to stop, like, large vessels from getting away, or at least slowing them down so that we can dump, like, capital ship weaponry into them. I think just as an enabler alone, they're already pretty scary, but I understand. It would be cool if they did actual offensive damage by ripping components clean off. Just this violent action of control. All right, down at 25%. This one's a little more durable than the other refineries and stuff. This guy is accepting a lot of shots. Heavy ion cannon shots. Octuple barbette turbo laser shots. But hopefully we'll see it pop very soon. Looks like it's close to blow right here. And then the last two are on the right side, so let's let this thing go.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, I think that one's up in flames now. It's getting a little more frequent. There we go, there's a pop. double check. Reinforcements. We have... Oh, there's a freighter. Fair enough. They're probably trying to build... Yeah, they're trying to build a new factory. Go figure. All right. Let's get our Vic 2s. You know what to do. Vic 2. Here and there. Go ahead and tend to this. Dash their hopes and their dreams. Go for it, buddy. I mean, it's not like you only have to have one projector. You could use them in opposition. That's true. I actually remember in... I forget... Gosh, what game is that I played where you build your ships? Man, that's a horrible, horrible description, but it's like a top-down game. I made some videos on it. I really liked it too, and I have it saved, but you could use tractor beams from different points, and they could one could push and one could pull. You can spin ships around and stuff like that. It's pretty awesome. All right, 10% remaining. Let's go in and start to turn. We're going to lead the fleet out of here. So let's position ourselves. So just double check we're not going to get jumped because our rear is very vulnerable. Right now we've got this CR-90 medium Corvette behind us. That's going to get eaten alive. A lot of Imperial stations popping on up. Just to double check, it's all build storage, it's not factories. This is the only factory they're trying to push up, and there's a GR-75 moving in on that one. So the VIX should be able to take care of it. I'm very tempted to push into build Bringy, but I don't want to because I think that might be a little bit greedy right now. We probably need to restock, repair, stuff like that. Make sure that we are pushing forward and not falling backwards. So we'll just crank it on over. And we're going to start to head back. Actually, you know what? I can probably, as soon as this is gone, we can probably move and complete the mission because we're involved in a raid. I've never had this much destruction before, this much damage output, so I'm curious how much we're going to get paid. Just got to go around all the destroyed bits here. My guess it's the parts we got to hit are on the opposite side. So let's boost.
Engaging.
I take it back. I'm going to finish this thing off.
Awaiting orders.
I take it back. Because with us, this will happen a lot faster, right? We can always teleport over to the mission giver and give immediate orders to back out. I'm just very paranoid about doing a tactical reposition and then actually losing a lot of real estate and assets just because, you know, we were trying to leave. And instead of being together and fighting like a cohesive team, we end up, you know, just kind of leaving all piecemeal. That's not very helpful. So if I help out here, we're going to be in a better position. Plus, I kind of shot past a little bit, and now I'm turned towards the station. So that means my butt is no longer towards the jump gate. So that's going to be really, really nice in case people jump in. But I don't think I have an angle here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and give up the con. We're going to let the computer take over. I'm going to hop on over to our runner out on the defensive platform. And I'm going to issue an attack order instead. Go ahead and attack it like that. There we go. So they'll have a good way. Oh, looks like there was a Pelta that came in right behind us and it's getting torn to pieces. They're bailing. They've got 9% remaining. If they're bailing, does that mean we can board it? It doesn't seem like it's going to last very long, but we could try. No, I don't need it. I don't need it. That's more supply to take care of, really. So we're going to hop on off. I'm not going to end this supply mission until we finish that station. And I'm going to say, I think it was control room. I need to switch the missions.
Awaiting orders.
So hold here. Oh, they must have finished it. Yep, it is done. It is done. So change the mission. Select. This is now active. Perfect. And he's right inside. Fantastic. Let's do it. Hello, sir. We are done with the mission. Request release from raid duties. Yes. Look at that. Patrol reward. We get paid 20.7 million. Wow. Really? Oh my. Oh my God. Wow. We got paid 20 million on top of everything that we did. That is incredible. So does that take care of our money issue right there? And now we actually have surplus. That is amazing. We just earned our provocateur right back. Okay, bunnies, let's get the heck out of Dodge. So we are going to send... I'm going to hang out on this defensive platform for now. We're going to have the runner. They're going to go next door where it's safer. They're going to dock out that way. That's excellent. We'll go ahead and clear this dock and wait. And he's going to undock and move. And we're going to get this fleet out of here. So Provocateur, just double check that everyone does not have alternate orders. I suppose we do... Oh, no, Vix cleared the potential factory. That's great. So everyone is going to remove all orders, and we'll get the Provocateur to move all the way to Ord Mantell, like this. Perfect. Excellent. So hopefully everyone's going to come on in. Wow, that is awesome. Actually, if I jump, let's say, that's a TIE Intercept Royal Guard, TIE Interceptor. If I head on all the way over to the Mon Calamari fleet support, so I'm out of sector, this might go off without a hitch a little more easily.
Jump completed.
We lost a Royal Guard TIE Interceptor to a Millennium Falcon. Really? Right now? After everything you've been through. Okay, so where is this guy? Is it here? Oh yeah, he shot one of us. Okay, so we lost 3 vessels so far. Hopefully we will lose no more. Oh well. See, it always happens when you're evacuating. That's what I find. When you're evacuating, you're not moving together. Just double check for any abandoned vessels. BNC, CSA, Imperials, the Quasar, Tag, TST. Yeah, I don't see anything. I just see the Millennium Falcon. That's it. Okay, fantastic. Well, continue, and they shall continue to vacate the premises. What I might actually do now that I think about it, I'm actually going to autopilot out of here because I want to get out of here as soon as possible. I do not want to linger at all. So pause here. We're going to go ahead and mark up and say I want to go out this way, all the way to a repair location. So on the move, we're heading through Vortex, and we'll just regroup. That's all we're going to do. We're going to regroup, repair, rearm, and refit, and then we'll check to see what's going on. I know there's a war going on in Ithor right now, because the Galactic Empire is taking a look at it, and the Mandalorians have moved into Ithor. So we might see the Sundari, we might see Keldabe, we might see all kinds of stuff out there. So let's go ahead and get up to speed. Travel drive is spooling up, and we're going to get the heck out of Dodge. It takes a lot longer for allies to do this. Oh, there's an X-Wing that has been abandoned. Where is that? If we take a look, we should see it on the patrol list. There it is. There it is. Here. Oh, excellent. Oh, wow. See, more are coming through already, right? More are coming through. Okay, well, let's have... Who's going to pick that thing up? How about the Arrestor? We'll have the Arrestor send out one to this X-Wing. Claim it. Perfect. So he's going to pop that off, and we are moving. Come on, buddy. Spooling. Hey, Reorx, good to see ya. Hopefully you're doing well on this lovely, lovely Tuesday.
Awaiting orders.
And off we go. Excellent.
Taking serious damage.
TIE Defender Elite is under attack by the Patrol Pelta 2. I mean,
Awaiting orders.
try to live. Try to live. We're trying to vacate. Anytime we vacate, satellite detected abandoned X-Wing. Again? Is it a new one? Is it a different one? Is the question. I mean, I will gladly take free X-Wing all day long, but... Oh, yep, there's another one. Yep, they got another X-Wing out here. He banked and abandoned as well. Okay, well, let's go ahead and have someone claim that. Excellent. So now we got 2 potential X-Wing. Just keep moving.
Awaiting orders.
200 kilometers. We need to at least encourage the rest of our team to get out of this sector as soon as possible. 160. We got to rest and refit. We've just taken this sector from occupied to unclaimed, so I think we've done enough for the meantime. 50.
Factory.
Oh, really? A construction site? Is that what you think? Okay, well, I gotta make a quick stop, bunnies. I don't think so. Stop being a jerk. I know the Imperials... The Empire's not going to do too much about it, unfortunately, so this seems like something we've got to take care of, right? Collecting X-Wing like Angelina Jolie collects orphans. Hey, Riddick. Good to see ya. Speaking of which, do we have them claimed? We do. So we need to get them out of there as soon as possible. So here are 2 X-Wing. Oh, did they... This is what I'm talking about. You know the situational awareness thing? They've just dropped in Star Cruisers right when I left the vicinity. Oh my gosh. This is horrible. We're completely out of position and our formation is broken and our rear is facing the enemy. Okay, well, we have to leave. We don't have a choice. We can't turn around and fight and react. We're going to lose too much. As it stands, we're probably going to lose a ton of fighters and bombers. It's going to cost us a lot just because we're out of position. Oh, I was worried about that. I wasn't paying attention to this right here. I kept checking throughout the engagement. I need to learn my lesson. Otherwise, this will continue to happen. Okay, well, I may have to force retreat and everybody's going to get blasted during a rout. If I turn around and engage... No, we're too slow. The BS's Doom Dorito is going to get hammered in the rear. We have no choice. We've already broken our formation. We have to commit to it. So, okay. Let's expand everything. I want to override every order on the battlefield. And I don't trust the top-down approach. So I'm going to issue this order from some kind of proverbial mic drop, loud microphone or something. A boom box of sorts. We're going to get into everybody's ear. All 200 plus of you. We are making a full tactical reposition. You don't need to think about it like it's a retreat. But you really need to do it with intensity. Because if you don't, you may die. Does that make sense? So, gentlemen, now's the time to not stand and fight, but to regroup so we can come back and crush the NRL later. So we're going to go ahead and get everybody like this. Cancel all orders. You are doing nothing. Nothing at all. All orders. Resume duties. And then we are going to give you a new order. You are all going to gather right there. That exact point in space. Do not tarry at all. Okay, so let's go and collapse these back down. And we've got ISD2. We've got IOTA group. And that's looking good. And let us continue. I will make sure that I get the X-Wings also set because they... Oh, nope, they still have their orders. Fantastic. All right, let's push. Forget about the NRL factory. We're not taking it. Autopilot out. Let's go. So we should see... Yep, we already lost a Defender Elite. So we're going to see a lot of losses in this order. And they may get stuck. They may try to recall subordinates. But we got to get out of system first. X-Wing has been... Okay, so we lost one of the X-Wing that we claimed. They're trying to get out, but they can't. So we still have one X-Wing left out of the captured ones. That's an acclimator. It's a cargo ship. So those Star Cruisers are going to take over this sector once again, but we're not in a good position right now, so we've got to vacate. 23 kilometers. Move, move, move. Lost another Royal Guard interceptor. And let's boost. Come on.
Jump completed. Vortex.
So how are we doing here? So we know where we need to go. Got some guys following right now in the thick of the battle. A lot of guys getting hit. Bombers are trying to dock, but at least they're trying to vacate. That's great. So their docking position is farther away. This arrestor is under serious threat. Go ahead and escape, but I'm going to override that because I need you to go where I want you to go. So don't flee. Tuck and run. Go, go, go. Get out of there. All that loot that I would prefer to get.
Awaiting orders.
There's a Vic 2. Come on. Boost away. And we're currently vectoring out. Great. Yeah, we got a line. Get that convoy moving. Get the convoy moving. Okay, I may need to get on this myself. So I'm gonna hop to the Keldabe, retreat conga line. Yeah, exactly.
Autopilot.
Always the Keldabe. Yeah, those are all missiles. God, that's a horrible sound. Do not recall subordinates. I want you to fly and wait first. Do that. And we have incoming missiles, it seems.
Shields hit.
Boost away. Boost away. Come on. Shields are almost down.
Jump beacon. Vortex.
Come on, move, move, move. At least we've got their attention, right? I swear, it's all about timing, yeah? Hey, Tormbo, high five. I mean, so far, it was going pretty well, but I didn't keep an eye on the NRL reinforcements, and they caught us out. So we're trying to retreat or reposition, and we're paying the price. We had like 2 fighter losses total, and then they jumped in when I wasn't looking, and that was it. Now we're gonna have maybe 20 million or something in resupply and repair. That's how much we earned. So at least it's the end result is that we got this sector, right? Okay, great. So it seems like we're able to get out. We have suffered a few million in damages on this ship, but we just need to wait until we can spool up. Curious how the Vic 2 is doing. Looks like it's still getting hurt, but it still has shields down on the radar. I want this thing to pick up and be through on the other side because it tends to dally a little too much for my liking. Come on, come on, still boosting. Travel mode aborted. Oh, that's not cool. We almost had it. Fighters are on us again. All right, release. Just fire at these guys. Okay, where are we at? Where are we at? Yeah, shoot back at them. This Vic 2 is in serious trouble. All right, we're hopping on over. We're hopping over to the Vic 2. Boosting. The thing is, our AI doesn't really boost, so at the times when I'd want them to. They do boost into combat. There's that. All right, the Keldabe, I can see his shields dropping. Let's double check our position relative to each other. I mean, we're very, very close, right? Is that right? We're right behind. I mean, we are in a good spot to hit them. But we slow down, Star Cruisers are going to get shots on us, right? Okay, so Victory 2, stop fleeing. Let's go in and get the Keldabe. Stop fleeing. I need you to fly and wait. And we're going to come out of the boost and get the guns online, right? So where are we at now?
X-Wing T-65.
Targets are... Okay, so we're above, so we need a vector. Point down, so we can at least scare some of them. I need him to fly and wait too, yeah. There we go, get some guns on these guys. So double check. Who's up on our tail? Right now we got a B-Wing, we got a bomber right on the rear. We've got some interceptors still here. Most of them did what I wanted them to do and got away. So we're pretty much alone right now. Fair enough. I mean, he's going to continue to try to flee. It's going to continue. He's so scared. His morale is so broken. Andre's going to continue to go into a fleeing state. I mean, it's a sandbox, so having a good time. I have my own personal goals. And good to see his est. All right, we're just trying to cover the escape for the Keldabe. In our Vic 2. I don't care about your X-Wings right now. All right, let's go in and boost in. Get right on their tail with the freaking Star Destroyer. And then we're going to go in and cut and drop. Send the guns. Okay, just hang on. It's a lot of questions that require some thought. I personally want to get an XXL at the very minimum. I think that would be great. There's so much research to do. There's so many things to do in this game. I can't even fathom how far and how deeply we could go. But right now, let me just get out of this engagement, see if we can survive it, and then I'll give you a more in-depth answer if you really want one. Yeah? So please forgive me.
Shooting at me.
Is the Star Wars mod very different from vanilla? Yes, very much so. Very, very much so. There's a lot of shared systems, of course, but very much different. Okay, who's on our rear? So far, we have a little distance from the large escort dreadnoughts. That's good. Still a lot of fighters and bombers right on the Keldabe. Keldabe, let's go in and just keep trying to override that fleet. And go. Bombers are at, what, 8 kilometers? Okay, zip forward.
Awaiting orders.
It is a lot to learn. No joke. You are not wrong at all. There is a lot to learn. But fortunately, there's some pretty good videos there, yeah. 3 cheers for Emperor, yeah.
X-wing, T6, Y-wing.
Loose. It's the Rear Admiral Akbar, yeah. Come on. Yeah. Small boost at 300 meters per second, but they're all moving at 320, so I'm barely keeping up. Sending concussion missiles. All those purple streaks out there. And then we'll boost in again. They took out another Royal Guard interceptor.
Thanks for your help.
All right, zoom in. We want that Y-wing. Pedal to the metal. Yep, that's the idea. Come on, Keldabe's almost there. We're burning interceptors. 4 kilometers, 3.
Awaiting orders.
Missiles away. Okay, he's picking up. Okay, it seems like our buddy got out. So we're gonna go in and try to boost and use travel drive, but I'm very likely we're gonna get knocked out of travel drive. We're doing our best here. He made it through, he made it through. We're the last one in sector. Everyone's on our tail. I will try to grab loot while I'm doing it though. Try to grab loot at the same time. Oh, we picked up. Excellent. Engage. That's right, Azrael. We did it. Oh my god. All right, just get out of there. Get out of there. So no capital ship losses.
Thanks for your help.
And we had... Yeah, we're losing a lot of fighters because of this retreat. The route is a killer, for sure. Come on, come on. Get out. Excellent. Okay, so let's go in and give up the con. We made it through this jump gate. We're going to go ahead and resume. I'm going to hop over to the Mon Calamari fleet support. We're going to start coordinating all of the resupply and repair. It's going to be extensive, unfortunately. I was hoping it wouldn't be. What's the per unit cost for fighters? It depends. Anywhere from 700,000 to 2 million each. And that does not include armament. So it's going to cost a lot. It's going to cost a lot. Okay, so let's go in and accept all estimates. Right now, we're starting with 28.5 million in surplus. So let's start the process. Yep. Did you bite more than you could chew, or did you expect... Oh, okay, let me pause. Did you bite more than you could chew, or did you expect those losses when you started the engagement? No and no. So essentially, for those that are joining us now, Doran is a critical sector, and we were staged here in Vortex. We moved through on a raid. We cleared out every enemy installation here, and we checked 4 different locations. This reinforcement point, the center of the sector, and our ingress, right? So we went through and we kept checking them throughout the engagement. As a result, we were able to clear out the whole sector, drop NRL claim on the sector, and we were able to get paid 20 million plus. And we lost 2 fighters total. That's it. So that was excellent. Now, when I tried to leave, I did not check this one more time, and travel drive in this game is so powerful that you could be right here, and as soon as it spools up, you're here. So because I didn't continue the protocol, I got caught off guard, and I issued a retreat, and all of a sudden, a bunch of Star Cruisers, including frickin' Home 1, one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful XL in the entire game, jumped right into the thick of the formation with all of our ships pointing the other direction. It would have taken too long to turn around, so strategically, the only thing we could do is keep boosting away and accept the losses. So that's why we took catastrophic losses, because I didn't check this one point in that protocol that one time. Yeah, does that make sense? Can you teleport to Imperial Station now? Forgot if it was 27 or 28. I think it's 27. I think you're right, as a rule. Yeah. Maybe another scout in the south could have given you more early warning. Potentially, but the thing is, I already have a satellite in 4 different locations when we're fighting this one, and while it would be nice to have more satellites throughout the entire sector, I deem this to be acceptable just because we lose loot bugs and stuff like that when we try to place them further out. Yeah. What could you do if you did check? I would have stood, prepped, and then created a concave. So our fronts would have been facing the enemy. When they jumped through, they'd have gotten octuple barbette turbo lasers at, I think we'd have had at least 18 on them, as well as heavy ion cannons, and just basically we would be facing the right way, and all of our fighters would be close by, but behind that phalanx, right? Yeah. So that would have been a good way to drop a ship instantly, and then at that point move through to the next. I think home one would still have been very difficult and would have still wreaked havoc, but nowhere near as much as hitting us in the rear where we couldn't even have the opportunity to retaliate at all. Yeah. Home one got a home run. They did lose. Otherwise, everything went more or less fine. Didn't lose any capitals. We didn't lose any capitals. We lost a lot of fighters, though. And that was mostly because we were strung out when we were trying to evac, yeah? So I hope that answered the question. This could have been an epic victory. I still think it's a victory. I still think it's a victory. We got to test out the Provocateur. That's our brand new Star Destroyer, which is like the secret Maw installation defense Kuat drive yard version, which has incredible volumes of output in it. And that has been a great success. And on top of that, we were actually able to clear out Doran for the most part for a moment. That may seem fleeting, but in an engagement where the NRL had the strength to start pushing into Vortex and Glianselm, that is not good. There are very little defenses here and here. So having a place where the Empire can focus their efforts and focus their defenses in one place is absolutely critical as they fight off both the Mandalorians to the east through Ithor, and they fight off the NRL in the south through Bilbringi. So Doran is very, very important to our ability to fight effectively. Otherwise, we have to fight by going all the way around through the unknown regions to hit from the left and protect it. Simultaneously, we have to protect from the right side, and we lose these sectors in the middle. So that's why Doran's so strong, right? You wiped 4 NRL factories, one of them a rhodium core. It's a huge loss. Yes, it is. It definitely is. It's, I would say, overall, it was more of a success than a loss. This is just a moment in time, right? Fighters are easy enough to replace, still sucks, better than losing a capital. Yes, absolutely. I agree. I agree. So let's go ahead and get to repairing, because there's a lot of repairing to do, and ideally we'd have it happen quickly so we can get back in the fight, because obviously it seems like the NRL are back to it, right? So it's that give and take. It's a tug of war. Let's go in and continue, and let's get this under control, right? So right here we got the Imperial Star Destroyer, the BSS Doom Dorito. We're just going to go capital ship down, get everything repaired. I'm actually already going to preemptively assign, I think in the Rhydonium Core, we're already going to assign trade vessels to start moving materials into that equipment dock, because it's rapidly going to run out. Like, we're just going to bleed that thing dry of materials so quickly. It's not even funny. So we're just going to go in and start some trade orders. Missile components, I don't care how expensive it is. We need to grab as many missile components as possible. They're not even selling them. They're so short. So trade missile components. We now have a total of like 200. That's barely anything. Okay, but it's better than nothing. I might have to dig into our supply on the Mon Calamari supply fleet support, but we'll see how it goes. So trade, dump off those missile components. You now have another 932. God help us. Okay. And hold. Okay, so Provocateur. Let's go ahead and start our repairs at the Mon Calamari fleet support first. So we'll clear fly and wait and go ahead and resupply and repair. 9.5 million for the Provocateur. Cargo drones, all right. Crew, that's fine. Look at all those weapons. Add a shopping list, confirm. There it is. So that's almost 10 million in repairs on one ship. Keldabe. Cancel fly and wait. You are next up. Resupply and repair. 1 million only. Very nice. And 150 medium concussion missiles. And then boosts. And that's going to cost a solid, well, materials mostly. There it is. Excellent. We've got the Victory 2. Let's go ahead and kind of stagger this out. So we're going to go and send the Victory 2s out to the equipment dock. So upgrade and repair to the Victory 2. 127,000, a lot better, right? 200 light concussion missiles. get those repaired, and that's going to cost 664,000. Not bad. I have a lot more than 28 million credits. We have them in different accounts all across the board, so we have about another 100 million in the background, but I would rather have these in these accounts so that we just deal with a surplus, like the liquid surplus. Yeah. Victory 2, we'll go in and continue. Trade. Like, we're not going to run out of money if that's what anyone is worried about. Yeah. Upgrade and repair. Victory 2, 6.2 million. That's probably the one that we were in. And we didn't fire all the concussion missiles. That's great. So, in a way, cheaper-ish. Actually, did that actually repair? I'm not entirely sure. Let me go ahead and delete that and do that again, because that was weird. I don't know if I actually clicked on it. So here's the repair. Click. Oh, it's 6,244. That's a lot cheaper. I thought 6.2 million. Okay, that's a big difference. Well, I'm very happy with that result then. That is excellent. Go team. Go team. Awesome. And just double check. Do not recall subordinates. Do not fly and wait. Move straight on in. All right, everyone's moving on the repair orders. Arrestor is doing a fly and wait. We're going to go in and cancel here. Upgrade and repair. 37.9k. Cargo drone. 5 on the flares. Looking good. Add a shopping list. I will release the pause. Repairs here. I think we're okay. 99%. Okay, fine. We'll let you repair in this place. For the price, you should repair it twice. And mind you, 53 credits. Every single one of our ships is probably damaged in some form or fashion, mostly because of the friendly is it intercessor or not intercessor? The one that Indictor, I think, right, is what it's called. The one with the immobilizer. The one that has a 25-kilometer radius and pings everyone for 1 damage to drop them out of travel drive. We've all sustained tick damage from that, so we all require repair, which is unfortunate. So that's going to continue. We'll go in and get the ISD-2, send them on over for repair here. It's not too much, 73.8k, but everything is taking damage. Get that all set. Excellent. Add a shopping list, confirm. So minor payments. It's the replacements that's going to be a bit much, right? So we've got the Royal Dorito. And out of 29, just to double check here, let's go ahead and grab all of our current interceptors and we'll just get them repaired first and then we'll deal with the replacements. So we've got quite a team right here. We'll head on over to our Mon Calamari fleet support. We're going to use what we learned from the bunnies yesterday, and all 18 of them, only 2 need repair. That's incredible. And then we'll also replenish a single flare. That's amazing, actually. Wow, that's incredible. Good job to them for keeping themselves alive. Yeah, that's excellent. Yeah. To be honest, while I understand the feel for realism, I never like friendly fire in games. Well, in this case, it was more of a limitation of the mechanics. So it's not like you can just pull people out of travel drive. You have to do damage to pull people out of travel drive. So in order to create the effect that they were looking for, they had to do damage. And unfortunately, you know, all of the side effects that go along with that, right? Resupply and repair. Looks like pretty good. None need any repairs. That's amazing. Okay, I did not expect that from the arrestor. Absolutely. That's great news. Then we've got all of these TIE Defender elites here. Just double check that we've got everything selected, plus Kappa group. Here we go. We'll get just, I guess we'll go with type first. So let me get the TIE Defender elites here. And we'll get them set up, because they're going to need concussion missiles. So there's 12 of them that have survived. We'll get our repairs. One of them took significant damage, and we definitely want concussion missiles. We're going to need 16 plus 1 on the flares as well. And then we're going to get all the Royal Guard, and we're just going to do standard repairs here. And looking good. They're all fine. It seems like the Royal Guard interceptors, they either are completely fine or they're dead. There's no in between, which is kind of crazy. Okay, so this is the costly one, right? All of the scimitars. Oh, wow, we didn't lose a single scimitar. That's amazing. I expected much worse. Get some repairs here. It's a lot of materials to get their proton torpedoes. Add a shopping list. Amazing. Oh yeah, look at that. We can't do it because we're missing almost 7,000 missile components and 3,200 smart chips. So let's go in and try out the equipment dock. See if they've got the materials to handle this. So here we go. Equipment dock, upgrade and repair. 20 of them. Get the repairs. That's easy enough. It's this that is a challenge. And they can do it. Excellent. Awesome. Confirm. Oh no, they're still missing missile components. Gosh darn it. How many? 2628. Okay, fair enough. I will need to find more missile components or that will never complete. And then there's the scimitar, and then of course we've got all of these fighters. Double check here. They're probably, every single one of them is probably damaged, right? And they all need concussion missiles. So let's stop by here. Resupply and repair. Just Vader's thing first. So that's going to be a cool 6 light concussion missiles. And then we're going to go ahead and I'm actually going to select... I'm going to select the wharf instead, a few sectors away. They might have the materials to do it. So let me go ahead and upgrade and repair. And we're going to select 66 TIE Defender Elites. Oh my god. Concussion missiles, repairs. Wow. All right, here we go. There it is. So mind you, they were inside of our ship when the immobilizer went off. And it still damaged all of them. That sucks. Yeah, I considered getting an immobilizer, but it seemed like too much of a headache, which is why I still have the arrestor, which is more localized and not as effective, but wow, it avoids this problem. You know what I mean? And I think that's decent. 78 concussion missiles, 7 flares, and repairs across the board. They can do it. Fantastic. Off they go. Any sort of logistics ship you can buy that would manufacture missiles. Oh, yes, I have it. I have been repairing on my logistics ship right here. It's this one, the Mon Calamari Fleet Support vessel. So I've been doing a lot of repairs here. This is actually a logistics ship. I was once riding on a car with someone when they initialized the immobilizer and I received damage. I'm so sorry. Okay, so these are just repairs, not replacements. I'm going to let them do their thing, and I'm going to focus on actually getting missile components to this equipment dock so that they're not blocked from refitting all of our scimitars with torpedoes. So I'm going to go over to trade, missile components, zoom in a little bit. There's some out here. So let's go over to the Rhydonium course, Rogue One, double check. Missile components are available here. I don't know how many. Trade, none in this specific spot, but if I zoom out a little bit, here we go. Right at this factory specifically. God, they have so many missile component factories. We can get 1686. That's perfect. I will take it. And we'll drop those off down below. That'll be a chunk out of the like 2,700 they need. And we'll trade those over. And they have high demand, so they're definitely going to buy them, and we get a profit of 4,000 credits. But more importantly, we are moving closer in a chunk towards actually being able to refit our bombers. And then there's another missile component factory right here. We'll grab whatever they will sell to us. 839, that might push us far enough where we can finish the job. Because you got to think too, they're also resupplying themselves simultaneously. So by the time Rogue One finishes the job, he might be able to actually have enough. So let's go ahead and cancel that and then let that roll. Let's see. Can you set up a resupply route? What do you mean by resupply route? Yeah. Right now we've got our resupply vessel set to this entire sector. It is here to service any vessel in Ord Mantell at the moment. It's just that, and it's got traders to help give it more materials and stuff like that, but I haven't had too much success. It works sometimes, it doesn't work at other times. You can see that its hold is filled with materials. It actually has 7,800 missile components on board in order to refit ships, yeah? So the components get where you want automatically to another sector. I think what you're talking about is, can we resupply the resupply vessel Yes, and that's what I was talking about with the traders. So we've got 2 traders assigned to this thing, and those traders go out and they fetch materials and they drop them off, all, you know, in parallel to it doing things. So this is one of those traders, the Gozanti, but it seems like it's having trouble finding deals, and it's probably because so many missile components are being used. No one's selling them within 2 sectors of this location, yeah? So meantime, you can see everybody daisy chaining for repairs. My guess is... So how much do we need to actually replace is the question. We've got an X-Wing NRL as well. We'll bring them up to the wharf. Look at all these repairs going on. That's crazy. And we'll go and repair the X-Wing, and then we'll send it off to join our fleet out at Patrol HQ, the player HQ, yeah? Heck yes. Hey, Hamster. Welcome, 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 Raiders. You're joining us right now. We are currently recovering from our battle against the NRL before we jump on in. High five. Hopefully you're doing well. What are you guys playing today? Hey, Wabbalabalam. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, 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 Raiders. Welcome to Star Wars Interworlds. Yeah, Omni raid indeed. My goodness. Absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. There it is. My goodness. Holy moly. And thank you, Tank, for the shout outs. I really appreciate it. If you're joining us right now, we just got out of a huge fight against the NRL and we suffered some losses. So we're going through and replacing them before we get back out to the fight. Hopefully you're doing well today, yeah? And happy Tuesday. Should increase the pilot's management skill in your auxiliary ship. It'll increase your resupply range. I don't know about it. I'll have to double check. I don't recall. I know that currently, I think they've got a skill of at least 3, but the resupply range is 2. So I'm not entirely sure how that works, because usually 1 star is like 1 sector, but in this case, it doesn't seem to line up that way. So I really have no idea at the moment, right? Paint modification and repair. There we go. So that is our new captured vessel we're going to add to the fleet. Like if we take a look at the Mon Calamari fleet supply right now. Oh, okay. Never mind. I stand corrected. I thought she was higher. She is not. Fatima's at 2. So if we get a more experienced commander in there, that should help. You're right. You're right. We can give her more, like a whole nother star that extends our range to 3.
Over and
If
out.
we give a captain with experience of, well, actually, she's only at like, no, she's got 3 piloting right there. So it should extend the range. Excellent. Thank you for pointing that out. For some reason, I thought I had a better captain in there, but I didn't. So that's going to be helpful, yeah? So what Lewis is talking about is depending on the captain on the Mon Calamari fleet support vessel, their skill, for each star that they have under piloting, it will extend the range from which they can draw supplies. So in this case, I thought I had a higher rated piloting on our captain. She only had 2, so that limited the range from which she could gain supply. Now, if we had a better captain, one with even more stars under their belt, then that's really going to be helpful, because then we can get from the maximum extent, like Naomi right here. She's a great trader. So we could swap her in and she would be able to have a radius of 5 sectors from where she is to gather supplies. So that seems like that'd probably be a good idea. So I'm going to go ahead, or even Tsukiko, who is currently unassigned. Why is that? Oh, wow. That's crazy. They were in a TIE Defender Elite. That's a high-rated captain. My God. Are we still doing with the long-range lower alpha gun doctrine we started with? Were you here for our provocateur? I'm just curious what you have seen so far. Let's go ahead and get this captain. So we're going to swap them out. So I'm going to say, go ahead and work someplace else. You weren't? Okay, that would explain it. We are going with the mid-ish range, massive bombardment strategy. Hopefully when we get the repairs done, you will see. And I'll get into it. It's just that I keep stopping what I'm doing and then I never finish. So my apologies. So we don't have any room. So let me do this before I forget, because I definitely will forget what I'm doing. There are a lot of layers and I'm not the best at it. So let me just go ahead and drop out 1. So this is 31, 25. We have 31 in total. I'll go ahead and take an apprentice and I will eject them out the airlock like that. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and grab a captain because we're trying to expand our range so we can continue to supply more efficiently. I'll go ahead and say work someplace else for me, the captain of Rogue One, which is doing most of our trading at the moment. And I'd like you to be the new captain of our Mon Calamari fleet support, but I think they're currently involved, right? I can't do a swap while they're involved in a task. So if I look, it's probably wait for signal. They're probably doing a ton of repairs. So I can't make that change right now, right? So if we actually go here, it says wait for signal. That's because they're currently engaged in repairs. So I'm going to have to finish it when they're done, yeah? We're going from aggressive ferocity to overwhelmingly ferocious aggression. Yes. I understand that, and I do want to get to it as a rule. I can't do it right now, that's all. Yeah. But yeah, no, it sounds awesome. It sounds really, really good. Okay, so let's see. What am I doing? Let me think. What am I doing? I'm currently going through repairs. I'm trying to get a captain, but I have to wait for the repair to finish before I can switch the captain, which will allow me to repair more efficiently, but I have to wait till the repair is done. Excellent. I have repairs in tandem right now. I need to check to see whether or not there are enough missile components at the equipment dock in order to continue doing the repairs. And then after that, I need to move through and I need to replace every fighter in their respective wings in order to get them in the fight again. And then once that's finished, then I can see what the NRL is up to and relocate the fleet and make sure they're repositioned for a jump in. So it's in that order. So let's start with, so Rogue One is dropping off a load right here. I'm going to go ahead and determine how many ships we need to replace, and we'll go from there. Yeah, right now we have 145. We had about 152, so I need to discover exactly where the vessels were that were removed. But right now I've got a lot of vessels in motion, so I can't really rely on the docking count. So let's see. We know that I set things up in pods of 4. So right here, if I just look at the Victory 2 alone, I know I need 2 more here. I need 2 more here. I need 1 here. So that's 2, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 3. 7, 3, 10. I'm going to build 10 as a start, and we'll distribute the Royal Guard interceptors after that. So let me go ahead and say buy ships. I'm going to go small. I'm going to get Royal Guard interceptors, the red ones, because red ones go faster. And we're going to go in and grab 10 of these, and those are going to build. Confirm. That's going to cost 5.9 million, so about 6 million in total. And that is building within about a couple of minutes each, which is excellent. Looks like X-Wing NRL has completed. I'm going to go ahead and move that on over into our Patrol HQ defensive formation, because that's where I put all of the museum pieces. And that is going to be part of the Terosh line. So they're going to be in the beta group here, and they're going to join all the other X-Wings. Although I do want them to be named the same thing, so I'm going to go ahead and adjust that so they follow and fit the nomenclature. Excellent. There it is. So they're going to head on over. They're going to join the fleet. They're going to defend the Bunny League HQ. That's fantastic. In the meantime, we've got about 60 seconds or less remaining on these 10 Royal Guard TIE interceptors at the wharf. And then we shall distribute them across our Vic-2. Out. Oh, no, never mind. They're part of the Imperial Star Destroyers out here. And I realize right now... Oh, no, it is on the Vic-2. Sorry, I'm getting confused. Just talking to myself. Yeah. Enable lost ship isn't an option. I don't think so. So if you look here, it's not here. You see? So it could be it's buried in some place that I'm not looking. That's very possible. But yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like it at the moment. Let's go in and accept estimates just to see how much cash we have coming on in. Where it came up 4 million in that time. And then we're probably at like, yeah, 1 second, and there they are. They're starting to appear on the roster. So they're going to be appearing all at this wharf. And now we can assign them. So let's see. Let's go and collapse the other lists so it's easier to manipulate. Looks like we've got 20 scimitars, so no need to adjust that at all. Royal Guard. That's part of the ISD-2. I'm going to start with this right here, the BSS Royal Dorito. Excellent. So we need 2 more on Alpha Group. So that's 2 right here. And we'll place them right on in into Alpha Group in this place. Oh, actually, you know what? That's Alpha Group. We can collapse this one. We need them in this Alpha Group right there. Excellent. So that's going to bring them up to a set of 4. In theory. Oh, I only selected 1. Okay. This is the fiddly bit of everything, right? This is the cost of war. And I can see that I've already nested them incorrectly. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Well, this is the leader. So let's fix this. So we'll get these two, put them in this alpha group. That's better. We're going to go ahead and just put this in intercept here under alpha. So pull them out of that hierarchy. In theory, that should move them. Excellent. And then we're going to get these two and put them under alpha as well, just to reform this little pod right here. Okay, collapse this. Collapse this. This one requires 2, so we'll add them here. Yeah, that was a weird nesting that I did there. And there we go. That's going to be 4. Excellent. We've got a requirement of 1 under this particular alpha group. And I'm going to collapse this 4. We need 2 more here, so we're going to replenish those 2. Yeah, the cleaner we are in battle, the less of this I have. So I apologize. And then we've got 2 leaders without any follow-up. So let's go in and have 3 attack under this lead. And then we're going to have another 3 attack under the other. And then that's it. That's it. We're good. So these guys right here. Excellent. Attack and alpha. Perfect. Okay, so this one single Vic-2 capital ship is now complete, I believe, right? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times 4, 28. We could actually use one more to bring us up to 29, but I think I'm gonna be satisfied with what I have now, as opposed to, you know, filling out every last one. So I'm actually missing one right now. Our arrestor cruiser, we've got 18 slots here. Just double check. So this is a group of 5. That's a group of 5 right here. And then we're actually missing 2 Royal Guard interceptors. I might as well build 3. So we'll go small, Royal Guard interceptor, high preset. We'll build those. We're going to build 3 and go. That's going to allow us to get 1 and 1 into the arrestor, bringing up to a total of 18. And then that last one can go into the Royal Dorito and bring us up to 29 exactly. So that's great. Then we've got all of our elites out here. So this one's a little bit different. I think this one's okay. I don't think I need to adjust this one at all. I just wanted to make sure that they had full small groups here, and it looks like they do, because I'm not fully utilizing the hangar space on the ISD-2 at the moment. So that is okay-ish. For the IOTA, I'm just going to do the same. Looks like we've got 1 TIE Defender Elite to replenish. So let me just collapse the groups that don't need it. So there's 3 behind, 3 behind, 3 behind the leader, 3 behind the leader, 3 behind the leader here, 3 behind the leader, another behind the leader. That's great. So all of these are looking good. I think we lost maybe like 1 TIE Defender Elite, which is saying a lot considering. Yeah, it looks like we did 1 TIE Defender Elite. That's it. Let's go in and build that thing. And then I think we're back online. This is excellent. As long as all the refits have occurred. So double check here. Crew, good. We're pulling off proton torpedoes and getting on light concussion missiles for anti-fighter work. Confirm the order. Fantastic. If we look down below, we are now 10 seconds out from the Royal Guards. And then we need 1 Royal, I guess 1 TIE Defender Elite, and that will complete the mix. So there's 1 second off. Perfect. We've got the Royal Guard interceptors now. We'll get the one in to this alpha group here. We'll get the other into the arresters alpha group here. Now that brings him up to exactly 18. That's phenomenal. Just double check that he makes it in there. Yep, he did. Excellent. We'll go and collapse the arrestor. And then the last thing we got to do is actually add 1 to, let's say, the lead group here on the Royal Dorito. So they'll have 1 pod of 5. And that brings us up to 29. Phenomenal. Okay, so that means the Kildabi is complete. The Victory 2s are complete. The Arresters complete. The Raiders complete. Imperial Star Destroyer 2 is complete. And right now we're just waiting for this last TIE Defender Elite. We'll get them in here on IOTA group. And then I think we can say the Provocateur is complete. That's great. That's great, great news. And just to double check, how are we doing with the orders? Because I did want to swatch out the captain. It looks like someone is still repairing. Who is it, is the question. Well, we've got 1 capital ship here. Kildabe seems to be clear. The Provocateur is clear. It's the ISD-2 that needs the repair. If I actually change this and we send the Imperial Star Destroyer to repair at the Imperial Equipment Dock, That's going to free us up so that we can actually get the captain in there, right? So just double check. Cargo drones. Wow, we lost a lot of repair drones here. Bringing that up to 36. Get the flares back online. The ISD-2 took quite a beating, it seems. Excellent. Get the repairs, add a shopping list, and confirm 432,000. But more importantly, that actually freed up the Mon Calamari fleet support. The BSS Helping Hair, I believe, unless someone else is trying to join us. Is that right? Dock, cancel that, please. Negative? Oh my gosh, does he have to dock first? He might have to dock first. Oh, that's a bummer. That is a bummer. All right, I'm going to hop on over to that guy and force the dock myself. He's going to take too long. All right, here we go. Want to turn in towards the fleet support, so that's the target. And we'll say we want to dock. I know we got to go nose to nose, so just crank it over. Yeah, we got to be at the front side. This is the front or the nose. I get it closer, then maybe the AI is going to be able to take over and they don't have to worry too much. A little strange that Keldabi's at his shields are so low. 77%. All right, bring it around. If we can do this, then hopefully it's going to release the docking command and then move to the equipment dock so we can actually switch out the captain. Some of the fiddliness. Some of the fiddliness. Obviously, if I had a different fleet, I could just sort of let the computer do this no matter how long it took, whether it took hours or something like that, but bunnies are here. I want them to get back into the good stuff, right? All right, bring it down. There's the nose. Pitch down. I don't know if I made this better for the CPU, or I'll get a little more distance. So reverse at the same time, make a tighter turn, and we'll pitch to the nose. Square off and cut. We'll go in and give up the con, and then hopefully they can finish that job a little faster. That'd be great. In the meantime, let's go in and get the provocateur, and we're gonna head on over. We'll go ahead and clear this guidance. We're gonna head over to the west and form on Vortex. It looks like they've got a heroic katana. What the heck is this? What's a hero katana? Yeah, the NRL is here. Oh my god, it's like some kind of dreadnought, hero dreadnought or something. Interesting. That's odd. They're assaulting the Imperial position. Let's get the provocateur, and we're going to move right here on the other side so that we're staged to assist. We're going to have to fight back, and then everyone who can should form on them, right? So just to double check who's docked right now, we've got 47 out of our 69 to 73. And then for the Victory 2, we have 22 out of the 29. They're probably still in transit. The Arrestor has 6 out of the 18. And then Iota Group is just all over the place, I believe, right? Because I think people are still waiting for certain repairs. There's a TIE Defender Elite. Let's go ahead and move them into the right place in Iota Group. It's right here behind Vader's at TIE Advanced. So add to Alpha Group, and there we go. High five. That should be enough. So we'll go ahead and collapse this here. And let's double check position. So we got the Provocateur. They're turning around. That's great. We've got the ISD-2. He's currently still trying to dock before undocking and repairing elsewhere. So can I delete all? Will that change anything? Negative. He's still trying to dock. Golly. Can I not wait for it? No, I can't wait. I have to finish that. Okay, well, if he's going to dock, we might as well finish the job. Let's resupply and repair here. So right there, and we're going to pick up more drones and more flares. Add a shopping list and confirm. They need 14 droid parts. Okay, well, let's get those droid parts, please. We need 14 droid parts in total. I want to make sure we get them as quickly as possible. So zoom in a little bit. Droid parts are in abundance out here at the Imperial Trading Station. So Gazanti, Trader, out. We need droid parts. Let's get 158. I mean, why not? We could use them, right? And then we're going to send them back on over to the Mon Calamari fleet support and trade that in. So send it and send missile components as well. There we go. That's going to be helpful, I think. Okay, excellent. Just double check. He is trading them over to the Mon Calamari fleet support. That's fantastic. That basically leaves the ISD-2 just to do his repair, and everyone else is moving. So they don't have any alternate orders or anything like that. Keldabi's on the way. That's great. Provocateur's already moving. Fly and wait outside of Vortex. And where are other fighters? Here we go. So we got a huge mass of fighters right here. Let's go and remove all orders and have them go. I believe, yep, that's a lot of fighters. I had a lot of fighters sitting right here. There they are. Because I ordered them to come out here. I'm curious if they were able to repair. My god, that's a lot of fighters. Okay, excellent. Yeah, they're going where they need to go now. That's a whole lot. I totally forgot I did a fly and wait just to get them the heck out of the sector. There's a poor Y-wing right here under assault. But more importantly, what the heck is this? There's a freaking eclipse. That's awesome. This thing is so huge. I cannot wait. One day we're going to get one of these things. If it even fits on the screen. Oh, there they go. It's like a giant ironclad or something. Yaga Minor my butt. Look at that. That's crazy. Can you imagine if we smack into someone with that thing? I think we'd break their ship in half. That'd be amazing. I mean, it probably doesn't move very quickly, but still, don't have to. The mass. Actually, you know, speed is what? Mass times acceleration squared, right? So that has the mass. I think we'll be okay even without the speed, right? So everything is collapsed. Collapsed iota group. Great. And we are moving. Okay, so what's happening in the NRL sector right now? Because we can't do anything else right now. Oh, they've probably destroyed a lot of friendlies. And our defensive platform's still standing. That's plus. Katana's right there. If we look in the center out here, looks like a lot of the factories that we started to build are being trashed. Have an MC-80 Charlie. There's Home 1. God, I don't want to fight Home 1. That's going to be a lot of issues right there. And then they're forming up Peltas and larges and mediums to reinforce. Yeah, Home 1's the nasty one. Curious what this ISD-2 is doing out here. It's like all on its lonesome. Build storage, build storage, build storage, build storage. Looks like this is an NRL raid. They're not actually building anything. And there's another X-Wing if we wanted to get it. Oh, nice. We've got a servitor out here. I didn't think that we did. That's quite a potent vessel. And they actually have friends. That's awesome. Looks like they've got acclimators next door. I don't really know if they're acclimator. So it's acclimator 1. They're carriers. Okay. So he's the big guns. Okay, so we should be cruising through the gate, I believe. Oh no, we're still facing off with our own Mon Calamari fleet support. I see it right there. Is that right? Yep, we're on the ISD-2. We're still changing equipment. Great. At least he turned around. That's fantastic. Provocateur. So for the bunnies that didn't see it, the Provocateur is our new vessel, and this is she. The Provocateur class Star Destroyer was designed in secret by Kuat Drive Yards for defense of the top secret Maw installation. The KDY took the existing ISD-2 and gutted it, replacing all the internal subsystems and primary reactors with top secret materials directly from the research installation itself. Where the two ships really differ is the enormous firepower the Provocateur brings, fielding battle cruiser class weaponry and point defense systems, as well as a smaller fighter complement. So what that means is, do you remember how we really liked all of the octuple barbette turbo lasers, the ones that shoot very rapidly, the green ones? So if we look at the ISD-2, so if I grab it and pretend like I'm going to refit it in the shipyard up here, then you'll notice that we have access to 8 of them, right? There's 4 right here and 4 on the opposite side. So we've got 8 octuple barbette turbo lasers. Yes. However, if we get our provocateur here and we try to update that guy, we can actually come in with 18 of them. 18 of them. There's 10 here and 8 here. I just opted for heavy ion cannons instead. So this thing is quite beastly in its output. This is a little more balanced configuration, I think, at the moment. But I would love to get another one, and I would love to have full octuple barbettes, and we would be sitting with over like 50 of them directed at a target. That would be awesome. So very, very cool indeed. That's our new tool to use. So are we undocking now? Oh, still docking, still changing equipment. My God. It's not the fastest. It's not the fastest. Okay, I'm going to hop over to the provocateur. Let's go ahead and speed this up. Everyone's lollygagging around. And we're going to head on over to Vortex. So I've got a new guidance point. And we're going to place ourselves right here.
Autopilot
Off we go.
engaged.
So this is in our provocateur here. And then right after this, the ISD-2, when it is finally complete, then it will actually be able to join us in formation in our V, and then we'll get on over and try to repel the NRL once again, but this time facing them and paying attention to the battlefield a little more readily, because it's vitally important, as we saw. You wholeheartedly approve. Absolutely, I'm so glad. Okay, so right now, how far off are we? Oh, I see. We're at a weird angle. We went past the jump point. That's why. Fair enough. That's why we got to turn so far. There she
Jump
is.
beacon, Vortex.
I might as well boost through.
Please hold. We will be scanning your cargo.
That's probably not a good idea to scan my cargo. I have some things you might not like. 1.7. Yeah, I'd really like to get another one of these. So I heard on the Star Wars Interworlds Discord that in order to get the blueprint for this specific ship that we're in, it costs 1 billion credits. 1 billion credits. That's how much they want you to earn this thing. So I don't have 1 billion credits yet, but one day we'll actually build one. We just, you know, we need a lot of cash.
Autopilot.
Okay, let's crank it ourselves. We're going in reverse to make a tighter turn, and then we're going to boost through of our own accord. From a distance, it kind of looks like the ISD-2 completed its task. There she is. How do we get one? I bought one. Cost 140 million, I think. So I had to dip into our reserves a little bit to make it happen. All right, and boost. What's crazy is it's one of the cheaper XLs, right? This is not the expensive XL, that's for sure. And then we hop through an autosave. Okay, so as soon as this clears, I'm just going to go in an autopilot. We'll double check that the ISD-2 has finished its repairs, and then we're going to head on over and swap out those pilots so that our Mon Calamari fleet support can actually resupply the fleet more efficiently, let's say, because it'll have a 5-tile radius instead of a 2-tile radius, and that should be pretty good.
Completed.
So
Vortex.
autopilot, we're going to go jump on back. We'll let us take that one through. All these vessels are going to follow, and it looks like, no, ISD-2 still going. He's still changing equipment. He hasn't even touched nose to nose yet. I wonder why he's so slow. That's unfortunate. Can we earn 200 mil by end of stream? I mean, I could liquidate everything that I have and have another. Like, if I accept all estimates right now, it says we've got 37 million, but I have money sitting in all of these accounts on all of the stations to give them a budget. And if you look, I now have 149 million, 150 million, 152 million. So, I mean, you get the idea. We're sitting at probably actuality. We've got 156 million. So we could get another, but it would take forever and a day in order to get all the cash back, right? Okay, don't know why this is so difficult to navigate around all of this. So let's manually move us through again. What a cluster. What a cluster. AI's having a little trouble here. All right, just get past the wall of ships in weird angles. Apparently someone hit us. Okay, not cool, guy. Thanks, freighter. And they just jumped. Oh my god, did they knock us into the previous sector? You gotta be kidding me. Seriously, guy? How rude. You're so rude. All right, stop all engines. Do a full 180 in the slowest ship that I own. Come on. Actually, how are we doing with the ISD-2 since he's in sector and all? Did he finally? Nope, he's still not touching nose to nose. That's lovely. You don't really want to liquidate the stations. That's like killing the goose that lays the golden eggs. Oh no, I understand. I'm of the same mind. All right, we're going in reverse to make this a little tighter. Man, I can't believe that traitor went into travel drive and smacked us like he's playing poker or pool or snooker or something. And knocked us right in the corner pocket. What a jerk face. What a jerk face. Here we are trying to do our best to maneuver around him, and he decides he's going to use his ship to play bumper bowling. Never ceases to amaze, honestly. All right, there we go. Okay, I'm just gonna travel drive and boost through no matter who's on the other side. How about that? Come on. So an X-Wing decided to jump through. I'm not even gonna stop for him.
Awaiting orders.
All right, off we go.
Jump completed. Vortex.
Come on, guy. There we go. Get up to speed, clear the wall of ships, then autopilot. There it is. Excellent. Okay, so that should actually get us to where we want to go now. This guy is still unable to turn his ship a little bit. Is it actually turning? If I use this like a reference point, is it actually turning? I'm not even in sector. It doesn't look like he's turning. Okay, I'll have to deal with that as well. Galactic Empire station under construction in Bilbringi? That's south of Doran, where we're headed. How did they do that? That does not seem smart. Oh, you're gonna build it right there? Are you kidding me? Look at this. Don't do that. You still need to deal with all of this. You know, oh, nice. Apparently, they brought the Executor in. They brought a Super Star Destroyer to deal with the Home One. Wow, that's true Imperial might right there. Man, oh, I wish I were in that, but apparently our ships are having trouble making it 2 meters over. Wow, take that, Home One. Wow, the fact it can withstand this kind of bombardment is kind of impressive. It has 94% hull and 89% shields. That is nuts. A Servitor's there. We've got an ISD-2. We've got an Executor on tap attacking Home One. It's getting mobbed on every side, and it's still at 82% shields. That is wild. Absolutely wild. All right, well, Provocateur, where are you at? Yeah, we're close by. Okay, I might just cut engines here. We're going to go in and clear guidance. That's where you're going to stage. That's fine. That's totally okay. And I'm going to hop on over to the ISD-2. If only they'd abandon it. Oh, that'd be amazing. Something tells me no.
Jump completed. Ornamental.
Okay, lady. I'm going to give you one more chance. Are you lined up? You are actually lined up for the first time in your life, right? That's great. Okay, I guess I'll let you do it, but my God, can you use your engines, please? You need to move this nose there. Please, just for the love of God, get repaired. How damaged are you? You're not even damaged. You're not damaged at all. What are you doing, lady? Oh my goodness. So they're at 100% and they're trying to touch noses and locking up the whole process. Okay. Golly. Well, I guess let's double check our roster here. Yeah. I still remember when Han Solo said, yeah, they've got a dozen of these things. I mean, they've got a lot. They definitely have a lot, that's for sure. All right, 23 out of 29 have landed, which means there's more out there somewhere, right? So just double check. We'll just do a spot check. There's more headed from behind. Are there more out of system? There are some close by here that are already docked. And all the rest are on board or in transit. Fair enough. There it is. She wants the ship spotless. Rename it BSS Opulence. Sure. I like Doom Dorito, but you know what? That's not bad. There we go. Opulence. Just for you. Okay, so... Golly. Here we are in the middle of a war, and she decides that she wants to spit shine it and give it 3 clear coats. We just need functional. We need functional, lady. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, what about the rest of our fighters? Got some on board, some in transit. Are they all here for the most part? Yeah, they're here. Are they just not counting as docked right now? 69 out of 74. Okay, that's what we're talking about. That's a lot better. I was worried that they weren't catching up, but it looks like they're finally here now. And this is still squared away with all of our bombers on it. All of our bombers, mind you. Okay. What are you... Oh my gosh. You're killing me, Smalls. Can I force her out of here? Like, what happened? You know what's going to happen? If I take over the ship and drive away, she's probably going to turn it right back and try to finish whatever she's doing, isn't she? Like, look how easy it is to move the nose, right? See how easy that is? So it looks like when I took control, maybe it freed this vessel. It did free the vessel momentarily until she ties it up again. I should switch captains now. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take this captain from, I believe it was Ship Supplies EQ. Sara Arakake. No, that's not it. I'm going to head on over to our personnel here. So who was it again? Rogue One, Naomi Suzuki. So we'll go ahead and work someplace else, please, while you still have a millisecond of time before someone starts bogging you down with emails. Switch captains immediately. There we go. So I'm going to let that happen. Captains should have swapped already. And if we look, Naomi Suzuki is there. I'm going to go ahead and select captain here. We're going to find this captain, and we're going to swap them around. So there's Fatima. I'm going to have you work someplace else, and you're going to go to Rogue One instead. So you're the new captain there, and you will get a lot of experience. Trust me. So now we look at Hero Rogue One. There's Fatima. The swap is complete, so we can actually take advantage of the get supplies now. So before we do anything, let me just cut those engines. We're going to go ahead and clear all the failed trades because you've got a new leader in town. And we're going to go ahead and mark this up. And we're going to say that I would like you to stop supplying the fleet in this area because maybe then she will not want to bog you down. And we're going to right click and say get supplies. So now we've got a maximum gate distance to buy of 1. Oh, that sounds horrible. Why 1? Gate distance to buy is 1. What the heck is that? Oh, well, you know what? I'll let that fly. Now, if I give up the con, I think I might have cleared it, which means this lady's coming on back and she should start to join the fleet. Park of the auxiliary ship and request docking and dock it manually. Believe it or not, it tells me that I can only dock small up to extra large, I think, or up to large. Okay, so I think we're okay. There, we cleared it. High five. So she is now joining the fight. Perfect. I don't know why it says her current role is defense. That's not what it should be. Oh my gosh, she changed her role. Did I do that by accident? I did not mean to say defense. So let's switch it back to bombard. Man, all kinds of weirdness going on. We'll put it on Delta here. And then now she's got the scimitars as well, right? They've got Kappa group. So there's Epsilon and Kappa. There are the scimitars. And we'll collapse Imperial Star Destroyer number 2. So that's on bombardment to hit large and extra large and above. Interception with the Arrestor and the Raider. And then we got bombardment with these 3. With interceptors on the Royal Dorito. And the Provocateur has 69 on board. Okay, perfect. So this is a lot better now. Looks like someone came through the gate and got swarmed. That's fantastic. So I'm going to hop back on over to the Provocateur now. And we're going to save because she's actually joining the fight. And that makes me very, very happy. That took a lot longer than I would have liked. But there we go. 48 million in surplus on top of the 100 and something million that we got in the background. So let's go and collapse all these things, and we are going to be ready. So double check. What's the scenario on the other side? Looks like the Imperial defensive platform is still intact. It looks like the Super Star Destroyer did what it needed to do. We got to build storage here, build storage here, build storage. I'm not seeing NRL factories, right? Build storage, build storage, build storage, build storage. This sector has been held. That is phenomenal. No one has any factories here. That's okay at this point. Let's double check to see if there's a raid available. Esfandia. Bilbringi. Oh, they're raiding Bilbringi. The really aggressive guys here. Holy moly, they're going after Bilbringi. Well, let's fly and wait right here. Off we go. So we're going to go ahead and send our force through the gate. They're going to post up, and we're going to give a little bit of distance here from that gate and square off. In the meantime, we're also going to get a runner. So let me go ahead and save. We're going to get a TIE Interceptor out into system so that whenever we say we'd like to join the raid, we can actually send them off to whoever the quest bringer is, or the quest giver is, right? So that's all going to happen simultaneously. And hopefully the ISD-2 is going to catch up. The BSS Opulence has been redubbed as such, right? Now, I could preemptively send in a loot bug. And what I mean is, we can actually get loot bug number 4, double check to see if it has an advanced satellite. It does. And we can actually place an advanced satellite right here with loot bug number 4. I'm actually also going to get loot bug number 2. We're going to place an advanced satellite right here. They're fast enough. They should be able to place those down relatively easily. And I'm going to get loot bug number 1, and they're going to explore. So we're getting super aggressive with our forward scouting. Right now, what the heck is happening outside? It seems like... Did they come into our sector? They did come into our sector. Oh, well, good luck with that. So these guys decided to come into our sector. They're our vessels. God help you. There it is. I don't know why they had that. They didn't have much instincts for survival, I'll tell you that. Oh, there's a fast mover in A-Wing out here. They're drawing a lot of concussion missiles. All right, we just jumped through the gate. We jumped through the gate. Perfect. All right, where are we at? There we go. Fighters are through. Fantastic, fantastic. Loot bugs are on the way. Super Star Destroyer is here, but it looks like it's going to stay here. I don't think it's going out to really reach out and touch the enemy or anything like that. We can also claim another X-Wing. I'm going to get a little bit closer before we do that. Just to double check, let's go in and see where the ISD-2 is at. It is currently in Vortex, so it made it into the previous sector and is moving through the center. That's phenomenal. That's exactly what we want to see. That is great news. All right, so we're spooling up travel drive. A lot of fighters made it through. A-Wing just shot right on by. I'm going to go in and get the TIE Interceptor. We're going to go in and place it, land it on the defensive platform temporarily. I actually want to shoot down their NRL's advanced satellite. I might do that. So I'm actually going to hop on over to the TIE Interceptor, and we'll do that manually. I haven't really figured out how to make them do it automatically.
Completed.
So I'm going to grab this.
Vortex.
We're going to go ahead and select this satellite right here, start guidance, and go. Just like that. Fortunately, it's going to pick up rather rapidly. And we're going to head on over and just shoot that thing out of the sky because I want to deny them the information that we want. So it's going to be one-sided, ideally, right? And we're heading over with this stream of fighters. That is so cool. This game, when it's working, which is most of the time, I must say, really, really cool. Really cool. All right, so we're going to hop on into the swarm. And crank it over. Perfect.
Jump
Super
completed.
agile.
Foreign.
And we got the satellite right there.
Advanced satellite.
Spooling up.
Autopilot. Disengage.
20. Cut. Engage. That's a clear. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to go in and give up the con. We're going to have this thing land on the defensive platform and hold. Let's go in and double check. We're going to hop on over to the provocateur. It should be in position now. It is. Fantastic. Fantastic. So post up. Everyone's going to form on us. I want them to actually be in formation. It's really important. Really, really important. So here they come. So there's that train. Loot bug should be deploying satellites. So we can kind of see what they got going on. They've got a Rhydonium refinery in the middle. They're probably going to potentially shoot down our loot bugs, but I think we're okay. Seems like a lot of fighters, but not capital ships, so we're equipped to deal with that. They've got their own loot bug. Look at that. Wow. They've got a refined goods complex. This is all good things. If we can hit the refined goods complex and form up behind the Berenguer jump gate, that's going to be really helpful because they've got to go past this point and they have to focus in one place and they can get shot by long-range guns. That'll be really, really great. Yeah, it looks like they've got a lot to lose. They really do. They really do. So first things first. Oh, wow, they're flying right on by. Our interceptors should be tagging them, but they don't seem to be doing so. Well, that's not a plus. Okay, well, let's go ahead and see if the raid's still available. It has expired. It has expired, so it's possible they're already going. Support Galactic Empire raid Berenguer. Oh, it's here. Accept. Yes, please. And we've got to go there. Perfect. I already have someone there. The TIE Interceptor. So we anticipated correctly. So let's head on out. And we're going to pick up that raid opportunity. It says we need to support an ISD-2. I'm curious where it's at. It might be in sector already or traveling from like many sectors away. Hello, sir. We meet again. Oh, never mind. Different person. Chuli. Yes, please. Oh, it's the servitor. Nice. I would gladly support a very powerful servitor. That seems fantastic. Well, all right. Let's get in the provocateur. Let's go. Excellent. And where is this guy? I'm actually going to take the con and we're going to guide this thing in. Excellent. Hold.
Jump beacon.
Contact Berenguer. Let's square off. We're just going to go and coast forward. We're not going to accidentally jump through because it's 47 kilometers away at cruising speeds. So right now we have our Keldabe close by. We've got the Victory 2, the Spicy Dorito Victory 2. We have our Arrestor close by. The Raider 3 is on board. And our other ISD-2. We're all here. We're all here. Let's go ahead and save. This is awesome. We're actually in the right place. That's excellent. We're going to hop through Berenguer. We're going to assault all the fighters on the other side with our interceptors. We're going to crank a full 180, hit that ore refinery complex, and then we'll join the servitor wherever he is. I'm not too sure where he is at the moment, and I don't really feel like looking because I want to clear our rear before we push forward. Do we have a cool ranch Dorito? Not yet. We definitely need more ships, right? We need more ships. And the cool thing is, because we worked on our supply yesterday, loot bug has been destroyed. To be expected. To be expected. So right now, if you look at our supply, look at this. Isn't that awesome? We are paying nothing. Look at all of this that we got yesterday. Great job, bunnies. Great job. And we've actually even been considered a major faction now. We're no longer a corporation, which means they're charging us another 50% supply on top of what we were already, I guess, being charged. And we picked it up no problem. We are clearing it no problem. Someone should figure all the Dorito flavors. We know how many Doritos we need. Oh, we need, I mean, I don't mind duplicate Doritos. I don't mind duplicate Doritos. So we're head on through. I don't see the servitor here. That is a trader. Oh, he's right there. Perfect. Okay, so they're right on the other side. They cleared it for us already. Fantastic. Let's go. So spooling up. We're heading into Berenguer. Man, this is going to be great. We actually have support this time, and it's a really powerful ship. I love it. I know we've got an X-Wing here, out here somewhere, but I don't know if I necessarily want to bother with it. Object list. Zip out. Yeah, forget it. Let's go. We're hopping on through, and the servitor should be on the other side. Cut.
Jump completed.
Double check our position. Who do we have in front of us? Just fighters? Yeah, all fighters. But I will start looting immediately. God, look at that. That's like a hornet's nest. That's terrifying. But you know what? That's what I want to hit. But I suppose we should probably make sure this guy survives. So yeah, let's move with him. We'll move with him.
Raging.
You can already see him right here,
Class Star Destroyer.
sending off a whole slew of turbo lasers. We're going to add to the mix. Let's double check what do we got on top of us right now. Our guys are still coming through. Excellent. Interceptors are joining us. Abandoned ship. I mean, claim that stuff. I don't know what it is, but claim it. Go for it. Inbound. All right, I'm going to go ahead and boost on in.
X-Wing T-65.
18 kilometers. Join up with the servitor. Oh, is the executor here? Oh my god, is that right? Oh, it's an acclimator too. I thought it was an executor. I was wrong. Very exciting. Isn't this cool? Oh my god, look at this. Now I feel like I'm part of something. That's so cool. Look at all this. It's like we're amongst our kind. Oh, I forgot to grab loot. Okay, let's keep grabbing loot. That's very important. There we go. Grab the loot as we go. Let none of the loot be left behind. Excellent. Pull it all in with the magnets. We're sending heavy ion cannons ahead. Apparently there is an abandoned vessel here. Is that right? What is that? Oh, another X-Wing. You know what? I'm going to leave these for later. It's more of if there's like a cap ship or something that we could instantly sell, which would be amazing. I realize we have enough to make an alien omelet as well. Yeah.
X-Wing T-65.
24 kilometers. Loot lives matter. So true. So what's the first? It seems like we're going for the Rhydonium refinery first, which is right here in the distance. Double check, are our vessels through? So roll call, Keldabe has jumped. Victory 2 is in. The Spicy Dorito is in. The Arrestor is in. The Raider has been deployed and is chasing the enemy down. The ISD-2, the Opulence, is here but facing the wrong way. Go figure. Okay, fair enough. But at least we've got a good situation here where we're all mostly together-ish. I'm going to go ahead and maybe target the refinery just to double check position. 127 kilometers away.
Awaiting
All right,
orders.
perfect. We will just continue to coast in that direction. I'm not going to speed past the servitor. This is going to allow our formation to group up and go. They're pulling fancy maneuvers, super fancy. And we'll just cruise like this. This I like how this Victory 2 is cranked upside down doing a barrel roll. I guess there's no real upside down, right? So I guess it doesn't matter, but that's awfully fancy. I don't know what I think about that. Keldabe. Wow, talk about like hard banking. If I were inside of that vessel, I'd be so sick. Where are we at with the servitor right now? Yeah, overwhelming firepower. That's great. I like it. Keep hitting these guys. That splash.
Escape pod.
This Y-Wing is in a bad place right now. Why are we not intercepting that guy?
Awaiting orders.
Requesting immediate backup.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, that's an escape pod gone.
For a pilot, you are.
We're blowing up escape pods. I mean, they're hostile. They're hostile. Look at us marching forward. Stick together, stick together. Oh, and we got a loot, right? Oh, I thought this was abandoned. I got all excited. An acclimator 2 has been abandoned. That's crazy. Prisoners cost too much to take care of. It's so true. It's so true. Nab up the loot. We got useful scrap. I'm glad it's useful. The Rhea gas collector has been destroyed. Oh, what? In Ordrazi? Oh. Is that right? Okay. Well, apparently we're being attacked by the Vong. I've got a Corvette here to protect us, but it wasn't able to stop one of our... Well, it's not our small collectors. It was our medium collector. Our large collectors are fine, but I guess he's defending himself all right. Well, I guess the Corvette has a lot of work to do. He is prioritizing... Oh, see, it shouldn't be defend. We're going to say attack fighters first. My bad. I should probably adjust that, yeah? So anyone out here, like attack fighters first, that's fine. Because we do have Corvettes out here, so attack fighters first like that. That way we can actively engage the Vong. That was a bit of an oversight on my part. And then I think it's all our frontier defense, right? Katana Dreadnoughts. Yeah, see, these guys are okay. They're already all set up. So it's just those two. Fantastic. It was just our Corvettes out there. So, oh well, we shall replace it. It's not a problem. Right now you can see 5 of the 10 octuple barbette turbo lasers shooting off the port side. Satellite detected ship abandoned in Berenguer. Again? Man, they're abandoning a lot of ships. I mean, that's kind of okay. More X-Wings. Okay, fair enough. More X-Wings. Let's go ahead and target this gentleman right here. The Pelta 2. They've got a large... So let's engage this guy. So he's at 18 kilometers. Going to go in and boost into 10 kilometers ideally. They're under attack by multiple of our capital ships. I don't know if we'll get there in time. Yeah. All right. Maybe... No, we can't get a shot off. Okay. Seems like the game's loading, but yeah, unfortunately, it seems like this guy's done. Wow, talk about efficient. My goodness. We went from the lead to the tail. Yeah, we did. They boosted forward. They got aggressive, and they're able to land the shots when it counts. Yeah, I can't get close enough. Interceptor has been destroyed by an X-wing. Okay, fair enough.
Escape pod.
Who else is out here? Double check positioning. How far overextended is anybody? I mean, there's a lot of loot on the way. There's an X-wing out there. I mean, even if we lose somebody, we capture the X-wings, I suppose we can actually make some cash. So I'm going to get this raider. He's going to dump a pod and claim this X-wing, who's in the right place. And I think there's another one, but let's not be too antsy about it. There's the other one. So we'll have the ISD-2 launch a pod from there. There we go. So we're going to try to claim those, and at least maybe we can sell them or something like that. I don't feel like managing them right now, and we'll get some cash out of it. That'll be nice. Oh, we picked up a TIE interceptor. Where is that? Oh, nice. Well, let's sell it off. We'll probably get like 100,000 or something. We'll get 100,000 probably. Maybe. Sell ship, 189. Sure. Not even going to repair it. There it is. Free cash. I dig that. All right, continue the march to victory. Excellent. And we're going to grab all the loot. Loot magnet it up. All right, so we're vectoring right to the Rhydonium refinery.
Escape pod.
Awaiting orders.
And let's double check our position and the loot coming our way. Excellent.
Enemies. On the way. New attack order.
Yeah, we've got a huge radius here. There's a station miner next door, but more importantly, we're drifting out this way. So we want to be ready. Just nab all that. Wow, that probably came from the Pelta. So many escape pods.
Awaiting orders.
We just picked up more cash, and then this is the last one here. I might turn this off and then we'll gather loot
Awaiting
later.
orders.
There we go. Great. Excellent. So let's hold for a second and make sure that everyone is without alternate orders. So I'm going to go ahead and remove all orders like that. And then we are just going to make sure that we reselect this. We'll say assign the ship to the servitor, the provocateur. That's the one that we're in right now. And then we should get orders in theory. I'm going to go ahead and select the refinery here
Escape pod.
in the distance. Although, oh my god, the escape pod. Wow, that is quite... Yeah, this guy's in trouble right here. So if I select one of these guys as a target,
X-wing
so I have an idea. Let's go in and boost forward and get right in their face.
Striking.
We're gonna get that guy. 61 kilometers. He's gonna be our marker point. 71. I mean, they're charging forward. They're moving 94 kilometers. We're boosting. Double check where we're going first. Pausing. Ah, so they're part of the Rhydonium refinery. Okay, fair enough. I mean, we outstrip the Servitor, and we will not get their firepower. I have half a mind just to coast in still. I think I will do that. Our ISD-2 still has the shields? Yes, it does. It's this TIE fighter that doesn't. Okay, fair enough. Well, let's slow our roll. Slow our roll. Cruising speed. And we're just going to advance like this.
Awaiting orders.
What I will do is take a look south, see what they have beyond that point, right? Because we set up a satellite just in case. Mostly fighters. I don't see any corvettes or anything like that. It really makes me want to get in closer, faster. So here's the X-Wing that we picked up. Probably sell this for a little more. It's definitely more complicated than the TIE Fighter. Sell ship for 411,000. Yes, please. That sounds great. I dig it. We'll collapse this here. And we've got another X-Wing out this way. We can also sell that one. That one's probably in better repair. 402,000. Excellent. So we just made like $1 million. That's awesome for those claims. That's great news. So in surplus, we've got almost 50 mil. And we accept all estimates. We are actually at 53 million. That's excellent. So double check on our advance and off we go. Fantastic. 90 kilometers. Stop docking here. Any sort of failed orders? Bunnies, do you know of a way of clearing failed orders? Do you know what I mean? Like if they fail to dock for whatever reason and now everything's fine. Like to group clear it. I haven't figured that one out. Like if I look out here, you can see failed orders on both the transports for all of their trades. And you can cancel them like this manually, which I guess gets you to at least get your eyes on them. So there is that. So failed to get supplies multiple times, probably because they're full, is my guess. No. I guess they just don't have suitable trades that they find acceptable. All right, off we go. It looks like there's a YT-1300 blasting off on the port side.
YT-1300.
There he is, going at 8,000 meters per second.
Awaiting orders.
And we shall continue to advance towards the Rhydonium refinery. And we're at the front of it all. Is the Servitor going? He seems to be hanging back with all of his acclimator 2s. They'll clear themselves half the time as a group. I've not seen or done such a thing. Oh, no worries. I was just curious because that would be really, really helpful. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. It seems like we're kind of on our own anyway. So let's go ahead and mark up the refinery here. We're going to go ahead and save. And I'm actually going to speed this up. We're going to get in there and mix it up. We're going to mix it up. I don't want to be too close to the refinery if possible. I do want to draw out the fighters. But hopefully they'll focus on me. We've got the shields to take it. And then our fighters are going to catch up. That's the idea, right? In the meantime, we can give direct attack orders to the ISD-2 and also to the Keldabe. And they should be able to drop out the Rhydonium refinery. I really wish now that we dropped out this refined goods complex behind us. But it is what it is. So there we go. We got our target. Oops. That's this guy right there. Excellent. 83.7 kilometers are squared off. Let's spool up. And I'm going to tell... Well, actually, no. Let's get involved first. Oh, there they go. They're moving. Excellent. So the Servitor is... getting on in. I like that. I like that. I was worried they weren't going to get involved. I'm so happy about that. Let's join them. I might as well stay with them. There we go. And we've pushed forward. So are we in an engagement range or something? Why did we stop here? Just to stage? I mean, look at this force.
Last order could not be completed.
That's awesome. Unable to dock the spacesuit. Oh, okay. I don't need the spacesuit to dock. You can stay there. You're probably gonna die. Keldabe,
Awaiting orders.
push on that attack. Attack it directly. If you boost in, we'll follow you. And it looks like the ISD-2 is right on our side. That's perfect. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and spool up again.
Enemy spotted.
Here we go. Incoming. 51.7. Oh my god, we've got 27 reputation with the Galactic Empire. That might mean that we can actually teleport directly to their stations. That'd be amazing. Off we go, 50 kilometers. We're gonna cut right under 12, and we're gonna be completely surrounded. Cut. Engage. So in theory, our turbo laser should spool up. We've got our heavy ion cannons striking high. There they go. Wow.
Danger.
All right, so there's a lot coming our way right now, and we're gonna take a lot of damage, but we're definitely soaking it up, right? Interceptors are going. 27's the magic number. That's excellent. Yeah, stay on it. Stay on it. Stay on target. Stay on target.
This isn't good.
Yeah, it's not good for you.
Incoming missile.
All right, prep salvo.
We're taking hits.
Loss of defender elite. Fire.
Incoming missile.
That's awesome. Wait till the ISD-2 gets here, right? Let's hold for a second. Where is the ISD-2, by the way? So that's the provocateur. That's us. Here's the ISD-2. We'll actually assign them to attack the refinery as well. The Keldabe is currently still making its way. Fair enough. And I'm guessing, are there any fighters? Who are all these fighters way back here? What are you doing back there? Do you have any orders right now to dock? Is that right? Well, I don't want you docking. I'm going to go ahead and remove all orders. And there we go. Now they're on auto attack. Thank God. Man, what happened to them? All right, let's go in and just make sure that we've got this all set up. Not the Keldabe. We'll go ahead and remove all orders. And then I'm going to go ahead and take the Keldabe and then reinitialize the attack. And there we go. Okay, so hopefully they're going to do what they need to do now. So hang tight.
Oh no, please.
Keep engaging. Keep engaging.
Danger. Incoming missile.
Yeah, there's a lot coming in. Oh, look at that fancy fireworks out here in the Rhydonium refinery in Berenguer. Okay, so now that I think about it, I should probably be looking to see if there are reinforcements on the way, right? Because that's what got us last time. So I don't see anything down here. We've got a full advanced satellite coverage in one direct line. So I think we're okay. Let's just keep up the attack and wipe this guy out. And it seems like we've got enough fighters in the mix that we should come out on top, I believe. So off we go.
Incoming missile.
And if I actually pitch up like this, even the turrets on the bottom... even the turrets on the bottom should have an opportunity to attack. So let's just hang tight right there and let it go, right? So you can see that we are getting hit from all kinds of angles. Raider is deployed.
Taking shield damage.
Wow.
We found something out here.
Sure.
You're just asking for it.
They found 3 E-Wings have been abandoned. Oh my god. I would love to claim them just to sell them. We're going to have repairs, right? We might as well. So let's see. Object list. We're going to zoom all the way down. And we should have an E-Wing. Yeah, there's an E-Wing there. 3 E... maybe. And we're going to grab this guy right there. Oh, actually, no. It's going to have to be one of our buddies. So the Victory 2 is going to nab this guy. Excellent. And we shall continue the assault. Down to half shields. This thing is down to 75%. Looks like the ISD-2 is here because I'm seeing more of the Barbit turbo lasers.
Thank you. Preparing to dock.
Sorry, I didn't mean to hit you.
I'm guessing our arrestor is right next door. Oh, that's right. Loot. I forgot.
Incoming missile.
Grab the loot. Grab the loot. Excellent. Awesome. A lot of loot to grab.
You're just
Wouldn't it be funny if
asking for it.
this is like our tractor beam and it pulls the fighters in and then they get blasted? Like some kind of weird immobilizer.
Danger.
All right, Keldabi's still clean.
Incoming missile.
Excellent.
You really didn't want to do that.
All right, where are we at? 63%. 63%. Looks like we're hitting a dock.
Danger.
I've got you now.
Do we have anyone coming in reinforcement-wise? Nothing on reinforcements? We're still good. We're still good. Curious, though. These guys, what are you doing? They're trying to dock. Clear that, please. And now they're attacking. Man, that's so weird. All right, keep it up. Keep it up. 56% down to 53. Man, this is a pretty robust refinery. Pretty durable.
Incoming missile.
You can see the arrestor
Danger.
working on, I think, the drones. We've got quite a smattering of capital ships out here. Keldabi's in the fight, finally. Excellent. That should speed things up drastically. 47%. Prep turbo lasers. There they go. Oh, it's beautiful. It's so good. Golly. We've taken a bit of a beating here,
Striking.
but we're okay. We're okay.
Danger.
He's at 35% on the refinery.
Very sorry. Didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, well, your apology accepted. Okay, let's let's go in and take a look at any reinforcements coming our way. We've got a single YT-1300. I don't see anything beyond the gate on Vicar because I don't have a satellite out there. But so far, so good. And Doran doesn't seem to be hurting, so that's fantastic. Anything that we can wipe out here is going to get us more cash, right? Let's go ahead and cruise on towards whatever that dock is. We wipe that out, I have a feeling it's going to choose a new target. Wow.
Striking.
Like that, 15%. And the whole time we keep popping it like a piñata and loot just kind of falls out of the station. It's amazing. We're now 74% full. Oh, wow. Oh my God. Wow. Okay, so this guy, I would not want to be in his shoes right now. Apparently, he's the only ship and he drew the ire of every fighter. Oh man, this is what I live for. Well, he's not gonna bother us. Oh, nice, the E-Wing's here. Okay, well, let's sell this off. I kind of want to... Actually, do I have that in our collection? One sec. One sec. Oh, no, we don't have an E-Wing in our collection. Let's add it to the collection. Here, E-Wing. You need to get repaired, sir. I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you. You can get repaired here. Here we go. Repair here. This is like in the middle of a fight where... Get the Novel Decks. I don't have any weapons to put on here. You only have missile launchers. That is not very useful. Okay, maybe I don't want to resuscitate you. I don't have that technology yet, so I'm gonna sell you off. Nice knowing ya. Free cash, 300,000. Okay, I'll take it. Excellent. Continue the fight.
Awaiting orders.
It has popped. This refinery is down to 9%, single digit for the first time. Keep nabbing loot. We're at 56.5 million in surplus. Excellent. 5%, and we've actually completed the raid if we want to, but I'm going to continue to clear this sector, and that's going to factor into the raid reward as well, which is pretty awesome, because in theory we still have another 4, I guess, to patrol. We still have another 4 minutes in theory.
Awaiting orders.
I'm actually going to move to the next defensive platform already. Double check for any reinforcements right now. In the distance we have A new Pelta. Okay, so they sent... Oh, never mind. They sent a Nebulan through. Okay, very interesting. Nebulan Charlie. So they actually sent a capital ship through. And it looks like a lot of our fighters are returning. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and target the defensive platform. We can always veer off when the Nebulan is here, right? And we'll let our allies defeat that guy. That refinery is at 1%, and it should be done very, very soon. That should be the last... There we go, 0%. So this refinery is mostly done. There it is. It's now clear. So now we're moving to the next.
Awaiting orders.
BSS Opulence is now ready for new orders. We're moving to the defensive platform. And man, the Nebulan Charlie's coming on in. I'm sure of it.
Awaiting orders.
Keldabi is prepped. Form on me. Form on me. Actually, what's this? So apparently we've got a new message, right? If we take a look, the Kuwait drive yards have lost allegiance and are now independent. Okay, nice. They've been flip-flopping it back and forth over and over and over.
Confirmed.
All right, there we go. 45 kilometers away. On the move. Queue up. I'm going to go ahead and aim right at the right dot because we tend to like to prioritize right to left. So right there, right on the nose. Perfect. All right, spooling travel drive. Oh, wait, where's our raider going? I don't want the raider to go too far. There's the raider. Please tell me he's not heading way out there. What is he doing? Here's our raider. And he is actually going to get baited out. I do not want that. So I'm actually going to override that. We're going to delete, and we're going to ask him to stay docked in the meantime. Yeah? Hold. All right, let's move.
Awaiting orders.
Off we go. 40, 30, 20. Cut.
Awaiting orders.
Are spooling up. There they go. Get to work. So it's at 94%. Let's go ahead and square up with the defense platform and hold right here. Perfect. Okay, double check for reinforcements. Once we start taking out the defense platform, I imagine that's going to draw their attention, right? Nebulan is still there. I don't want to get drawn into it just yet. We'll just see. If they get anything past the Nebulan, they're definitely forming up, so we can maybe get in and do a strike. Seems like there's a defensive platform past them. Mind you, we still haven't cleared this out, but it seems like, oh, nice. There's an ISD-2 on that. They're definitely going to clear that out. That's excellent. So really, it's this defensive platform and that one, and I think that is it. I will... No, I already sent a loot bug to explore, so there's nothing else as far as I can tell. So this defensive platform and the next one, and we've cleared this sector. That's excellent. And then we can get a defensive formation behind the gate. So what that means is once we down this defensive platform, we hit the other one, which is south of the jump gate, and then we'll just form up behind the jump gate. So any reinforcements jumping in, their butt's going to be to us.
Awaiting orders.
That's the idea. So let's go in and double check ISD-2, everything we can send them in. So let's get the ISD-2. They're going to go in and attack directly, give them a direct order. And we're going to do the same for the Keldabe. It's kind of interesting that it expands each time. I'm not a huge fan of that, but it's not that bad. Keldabe, form up, and you get the attack order. Fantastic, yeah? And off we go. Then we'll get multiple sets of the Barbette turbo lasers on tap, and every time they fire a salvo in unison, it's something like 10 to 15% of the health overall on this platform, which is phenomenal. And at the moment, we are sitting at 60 million in surplus, and maybe even a little more. So we actually accept all the estimates and redistribute that cash. We're at 64 million. That is awesome. So maybe we can get another provocateur before you know it, right?
Awaiting orders.
So that thing's at 73% now.
Awaiting orders.
There's the arrestor. This is the ISD-2. We actually have A-Wings intercepting now. So where is everybody? Oh, the Nebulan Charlie's on the way with a Pelta. Okay, CR-90 Alpha, Nebulan Charlie. They are actually moving to attack and defend. Okay, fair enough. Well, let's get our double victories. So victories, we're going to go ahead and delete their orders right here. And we're going, they seem like they already set themselves up to attack, but I'm going to force it anyway. So they're going to attack directly. And then I'm going to get the ISD2. He's on the right target. The arrestor can actually attack targets in range like this. And I'm going to move that off to the side to avoid the NRL defense platform. And I think that should suffice. So off we go.
Taking shield damage.
Nice. All right, 68%. Where's our ISD? There he is. There he is.
High interceptor rail. Victory 2 stars.
Oh no, that's the
square.
victory too. My gosh. They all look the same.
In-flight defender.
There she is.
Danger. Defense platform.
63%.
Awaiting
Fighters
orders.
dropped out the CS-90. And currently our Vic-2s are moving to engage the Nebulan. So here's the Nebulan. Nebulan Charlie.
Danger.
Awaiting orders.
This is the Provocateur right here. Here's the ISD-2 right here. Looks like they've got another Corvette that jumped in. Let's go ahead and double check the situation. So there's the Nebulan Charlie. I know there's another Corvette. He jumped all the way up here. And it's getting handled by our TIE. And I don't see anything on the satellites otherwise. So, and my god, they're doing a good job on this swarm. Wow, this is working really well. Really, really well. Just stick with it, guys.
Defense platform.
54% on the defense platform. We're popping more modules there. Oh my god, seems like we've got scimitars on task. Holy moly. So 20 scimitars with medium proton torpedoes absolutely devastating the Nebulan Charlie, and it doesn't get to live for more than a breath or two. That is absolutely amazing output. That is great news from the Vic-2s. Great job, great job. So double check, distress drone has been launched. I don't know what that's going to accomplish. That's okay, let's go ahead and pull in the loot. Nab that.
Awaiting orders.
Anything else? I think we are clear. We are clear. That's incredible. All right, 44%.
Awaiting orders.
Let's go ahead and slowly strafe out and keep the nose dipped, and we'll climb simultaneously. Excellent, 42%. I'm gonna go around. We're just gonna go ahead and give them the broadside. Not as much damage, but we'll let this barrage finish. It's like, right now, this is my favorite thing in the game. They're so cool. All right, veer off. Here we go. And we're gonna do a bit of a drive-by here. That way we can get shots on the modules on the backside. 35% remaining. Boosting.
I didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
And loose. So now we've got a better angle on them. And we should be able to drop them more rapidly. So we're cranking it and in reverse at the same time and strafing simultaneously to get a better angle on the backside. Dip that nose so that both sides can fire like that. All right, hold right here, right here. Cut all engines. That's what we like to see. Perfect. 12%, 13 and 12%. All right, double check. Situational awareness. What do we have? Nothing, nothing. All clean, all clean. Excellent. There is a YT-1300 in there somewhere. I don't know what he's accomplishing, but there we go. I think we're doing a good job. What a nice assault that we got going on here. 8% remaining on this platform. That's fantastic.
Awaiting orders.
Let the green laser sing. I think it would be really cool if we had these turbo lasers on the bottom instead of the top, because we could sort of like fly over and just reign supreme from above. You know, like we are the shade and we've got like a super armored belly.
Build storage.
That would be really interesting.
Awaiting orders.
There we go. So we have cleared the defensive platform. Double check. We've got a bit of an alert going on right here. It's the YT-1300. They're sending more through. I believe, where are all of our fighters? Oh, they all landed. That's incredible. I can't believe they landed. I know that sounds silly, but man, that is really exciting that they chose to land instead of engage. I'm actually very pleased by that. So let's move. We've got another one down here. Hey, Smeeble, high five. Nothing more impressive than a Star Destroyer cruising. That's right. That's right. We're heading on all the way down to the defensive platform. So here's the plan, right? We came through. We have cleared Doran. We have now cleared Bilbringi. This refinery is going to fall. We've cleared the center. And then now we're going to hit this defensive platform. Anyone coming through the jump gate, all reinforcements are going to appear here. So we're actually going to tuck really deeply. We're going to go right past the defensive platform, pull a 180, and then engage. The nice thing is all of our guns will be facing forward, and anyone who jumps in, you can already see the YT-1300s, their butts are on this side. So if they want to engage us, they're probably going to have to turn around a full 180 before they can do it. But the whole time we're hitting them with siege weapons, right? So that's the idea. We'll get back here, we'll square off, we'll reform our formation, and we'll aim to the north before we move back home. So we're going to stage here, spool up travel drive, and then go. So that's our safety measure in action. So let's go ahead and target. We've got a new target right here. And we're going to vector on forward 168 kilometers. Let's go. I hope you're doing well, Smeeps. Happy Tuesday. You're joining us right now. We just are trying to fight against the NRL. We've been fighting against pirates yesterday, and now we're fighting against the major faction. Can you, the ISD on its side? Oh, can't it on its side? I think so. I think so. I've seen it, the AI do it, and we can definitely roll the platform, that's for sure. All right, we're spooling up travel drive. Square off.
Awaiting orders.
167. We're gonna blow right by. So I'm gonna aim off on the right side here. And we're spooling up.
Awaiting orders.
Come on, guys. Off we go. So we're gonna blow by. I'm gonna wait for 40 kilometers. So once we pass it, I'm gonna wait for it to read to 40 kilometers, and then we're gonna crank a 180. There's the gate right there. We want to be behind it. We stop for no one. So we are passing it on the left. 11, 12, 20, 30. Cut. All right, we're going to pull full 180. And now we should be on the opposite side. So just to double check, where are we at? Yep, we're on this side. So we're going to blow right past. We're in a safe zone. We're going to turn a 180 and start to assault from this side. Yeah, that's the idea. So hopefully it's going to be interesting to see where our guys go. I would imagine they're not going to be so disciplined. So I might need to force them to come around, but maybe I won't. We'll see how this goes. At least we can get a pincer if they jump through, because all reinforcements are going to come through that gate. I would like to get a loot bug through there, actually, now that I think about it. So let me go ahead and grab a loot bug. And we're going to move loot bug number 4. And I know we've already deployed our advanced satellite, so we don't have the opportunity to do so again until we get that refilled. So where is it sitting right now? It's in Ord Mantell. That's perfect. That's perfect. So let's have them refill. They're going to stock up, upgrade, and repair. So get that repair, get the advanced satellite. We're going to go in and give up the survey unit, double advanced satellite, add a shopping list, and confirm. And once that's complete, we will have them deploy it on the opposite side so we can keep an idea about, have an idea about what's coming our way, right? So off we go. Crank it on over. We're sitting at 66.6 million right now. making that full 180. Interceptors are docking. I think this could work. Hey, Zerakai. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Tuesday. High five. You're joining us right now. We're currently clearing out Berenguer temporarily. And we are getting paid in a raid. Yeah? Hey, Zerakai17. Thank you so much for the follow. And welcome to the Bunny League. It's very good to have you with us, yeah? If you're wondering what we're up to, other than the raid, we're at the last defensive platform in Berenguer. And we've shot right on by 40 kilometers past, making a full 180 so that any enemy reinforcements coming on through. Oh, nice. They're jumping in with us. Look at that. Okay, this is going to work, bunnies. I can feel it. This is going to work. So we shot by 40 kilometers. We're pulling a full 180 degrees, and we're going to engage from the southern tip. And that means any reinforcements are going to appear in front of us, and they're going to have to turn a full 180. They're going to give us the butt. So that's going to be excellent. I don't think the NRL has the speed with which to rebuild the home one already, but it's very possible the rebels are going to come through. Who knows? Either way, we're going to be ready instead of like earlier in the stream when we were actually having a run for our lives and we lost a lot of Imperial Hutt cartel lives at the same time. So let's go ahead and spool on up. We're going to go ahead and cut on in, and we're going to assault within 12 kilometers. Double check what we got going on right now. I'm actually going to pause because our loot bug should now have the advanced satellites, and we can already prep. Look at that. They already removed the refined goods complex. I recently picked up X4, figured I'd look into it a bit, and found you. Looks really cool. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And welcome to X4, yeah? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab our loot bug 4. It now has the 2 advanced satellites. We're going to go ahead and place one satellite on the opposite side in Vakar. We'll get one, let's say, right here. So they're going to come in and break off to the side. And we'll place another one off to the left. So we should be able to catch them in the act, right? So get one here, get one there, and then we're going to have them return and pull back. So naturally, they shall return to Loot Bug Leader out here in Ord Mantell, and they can repair. They might get caught out, but it's okay. That's what they do. They scout. So off we go, yeah? Hey, all Rumsey, thank you so much for the redemption of Hydrate. I really appreciate it. And Prostia. High five, yeah? Hopefully you're doing well. Here we go. 30, 20, cut, 10 kilometers. All right, we're squaring off. Looks like we're going to focus on the right side. Cut all engines, heavy ion cannons, and the stream.
Awaiting orders.
We should be joined very, very soon by our buddies. Yeah, don't hold maneuver. Don't hold holdo. What's holdo maneuver? Hey, MPG, good to see you. Welcome.
Awaiting orders.
Man, that is awesome. Okay, well, let's actually give orders to the Keldabe and the ISD-2. Yeah, so we've got our ISD-2. They're on the way. The BSS Opulence in on the attack from the rear. And we've got the Keldabe. They're in on the attack as well. That's going to be really, really great. And then we've got our Victory 2s in the Arrestor just hanging back for a second. And we shall continue the bombardment. Nice thing is, any of the rebels that hop through are going to appear right here with their butt to us. Look at that. He's not a rebel, but his butt would be to us. Slamming your cruisers into the enemy fleet. Oh, were you watching us earlier? Is that what happened? I mean, that may be a tactic that maybe the Hutt cartel utilizes. I don't know if it's necessarily a primary tactic, but we might have done something like that in the past just to deliver a message. You know what I mean? Sometimes, especially with the pointy end, look at this. It's like an arrowhead. I mean, it seems like the right thing to do, right? Just kind of smack that and get the heck out of Dodge, right? Impale them with all of the firepower. All right, excellent. So someone jumped on in. I'm not seeing any hostiles appearing on sensors. 82%. Right now, it seems like... Aha.
Victory 2 Star Destroyer.
So there's our spicy Dorito. Keldabe is on the way.
Arrestor,
where's the ISD-2? That's a Victory.
2 Star Destroyer.
Actually, legit, where did the ISD-2 go? I'm not entirely sure. Did he? Oh, he's like right there.
Victory
Holy
Star
crap.
Destroyer
Wow, talk about aggressive. Well, I mean, at least he is an ISD-2, which is more aggressive than the ISD-1. So, sure, get aggressive. We're going for it. Here we go. Send the stream. Oh, did the victory... Did anyone else see that? Okay, that's not just me, right? Did our Victory 2 just body check our ISD2? What is going on here? Sometimes just for kicks, gotta slam it straight up the bun. So, is this because Magic Pain Glove is here? Is that what's happening? So that guy, is that right? I mean, look at this. He's like mid-body check. You're working for us. What is this? Don't do this on screen, guys. Full speed ahead. Wow, wow. He probably just wanted to make sure that he had the right angle for all the turbo lasers, right? It's just helping a brother out. So apparently... Wow, guy. Are you serious right now? It took him forever and a day to get into angle. What are you doing? Did they jump through? Oh no, I think he knocked him into enemy territory. He went through the jump gate. This isn't pool. You don't need to call the corner pocket and shoot our ISD2 like some kind of 8-ball and try to win the game. Okay, where the heck are you? Did he really go through the gate? Are you in Vicar? Please. Oh my God, are you serious? Well, you know, he probably needs to get back like ASAP. Did they have a fight? I bet they had a fight. They probably insulted each other's mothers. Spicy Dorito, yep. Oh, look, he's just coming back like nothing's an issue at all. Look at that. He's like, doesn't even care. Wow, guy. And look at that. NRL cargo ship is getting swarmed from the rear. Plan is working. Love that. Well, we definitely need to turn around. That's for sure. In the meantime, in order to quell their infighting needs to stop. We'll get the Victory 2s to attack this instead. So hopefully they'll stop ramming into our Imperial Star Destroyers. I probably need him to turn around as soon as possible. Pretty sure he didn't learn this in Flight Academy on Coruscant. I don't know. Coruscant has changed a lot these days. I wouldn't put it past him. So I'm gonna watch very carefully on the ISD2 because it's possible he'll get swarmed. No, did he make it through already? Oh, no problem. Wow, that was impressive. So the problem is he's on the wrong side of the gate, right? Does that mean he's just gonna try to attack and go right through the gate again and hop on over? That's a weird one. I'm a little confused right now. It's fine. Keep up the fight. He's here. That's all I care about. He's in sector. Is he facing the right way? No, he's not. But it is what it is. It's gonna be okay. So where is he at? 59%. Excellent. Keep it going, guys. Wow, talk about aggression. They decided to land themselves right on top of this defensive platform.
Defense platform.
I wonder if this guy came back so quickly just because he wants to get back at the Vic-2. I wouldn't be surprised if all of a sudden you see some turbo lasers fire at the station and then sort of drift their way over to this Victory 2 right here. This is a weird day, but you know what? It's working. Let's go in and double check to make sure reinforcements aren't gathering. Here's Vicar. I mean, I love having sight on the opposite side. It seems like they may be temporarily depleted, right? And we're kind of close. Take a look at this. Palani, Coruscant's right here. So we're not far away. They've got to be quaking in their boots right now. Yeah. There's another freighter. They're all probably trying to build like crazy as soon as possible, but it seems like our ISD-2 magically is in the right position to shoot him in the butt. I mean, maybe that's what the Vic-2 wanted to do. Wanted to make sure that he's got the strategic dominance in this position, yeah? We'll go ahead and just try to grab any loot, maybe.
Defense platform.
41%. Well, let's go ahead and vector ourselves a little bit closer and aim to the right, where there are definitely more targets for our turbo lasers. So we're gonna boost. We'll get into like 5 kilometers and just dump guns. 209 meters per second, 7.5 kilometers, 6.8, 6 kilometers. Oh, did that explosion kill us all? Oh my God. All right, fair enough. So apparently the freighter exploded and blew up our Royal Guard interceptors. There's chaos of the battlefield everywhere. My God. Yeah, look at that. All where that explosion was. I guess that makes sense. More TST cargo ships. Our Vic-2s should be closing in. Yeah, they are targeting that NRL factory. I guess we can get another guy on there. So we'll get the Spicy Dorito is going to go in and target this factory here. And they're going to go in that sequence. So left, then right. Left, then right. And we are burning this down to 32%. If the ISD-2 and the Keldabi were with us, that'd be a big difference. I know the Keldabi was assigned to help us.
Arrestor cruiser.
That's the Arrestor. But where'd he go? Oh, he's right there.
Battleship.
He's not really angled to attack. It takes him a while to kind of crank his nose over. But we are currently about 32 minutes into this. We clear this, we're going to get even more cash, right? This is awesome. High-tech trader came through. I mean, he's probably going to get intercepted as well.
Awaiting orders.
Now let's take a look. What do we got? Are they... That's build storage. That's build storage. That's a potential NRL factory. The servitor shutting that down. It's like whack-a-mole. This is going really well, bunnies. Like, really, really well. Double check for reinforcements on the south in Vakar. Negative. Excellent. Holy moly. I think we're going to pull this off. It seems like we caught him at a bad time, which is great news for us, because we keep doing this with our brand new Provocateur. 5.1 kilometers, 16% remaining, and the guns are about to go live once again, and there they go. So 15% quickly becomes 13, 12, 11, 10, and then now we are sitting right on the precipice of single digit, and the last defensive platform is about to get cleared from the field of battle. There we go. Finally, our Keldabi is getting into the fight. Did we catch them with their pants down? Free looks, fellow bunnies. Free looks at the new...
Awaiting orders.
The nude republic, right? The nude republic. Excellent. 5% remaining. All right, let's get around. Okay, so hold. Your support duties are now complete. You did a good job, bunnies. Excellent. Well, let's go ahead and prep. We're going to square off before we try to vacate the premises, because this is what happened to us last time. We had a successful run on a sector. Reinforcements came in with our butts facing the gate. So we now have our front facing the gate. We just need to get around this obstacle. Let's position ourselves first. At the very least, we can spool the travel drive from this side. I know the Vic-2s are currently exposed in the mid portion of the sector. Well, let's crank this around. So we're boosting around it. Just doing a little bit of a coast on by. Square off with the gate. And we are finishing off the defensive platform at the same time. It's at 0%, but it's got a tad left.
Awaiting orders.
And we are now squared off. Let's go ahead and hold right here. And there it is. Okay, so who just popped up on radar? There is a large Pelta 2 class. Are there more? There is another Pelta 2 class. So this is what happened last time. The moment we cleared the sector, they started sending in capital ships. So there's two larges, but we have the advantage. The big problem is our ISD-2 is backwards. But the plus is they're also backwards. So it's like a duel. They both have to go 180%. Ideally, we wouldn't have gotten knocked through the gate. Looks like this NRL factory is clear now. And the other Vic-2 should have cleared. Oh, they're both moving in that direction. They'll cross on over. This is going to be fine. So this is the new target right there. And let's go. Going to go in and spool up, and we're going to hit them from the rear. We know there is another coming through, so we don't want to go too far. So let's boost off to the left side of the gate.
Awaiting orders.
There's another Pelta 2 that's going to come through from the opposite side of the gate. We'll be dealing with two Pelta 2s. Spooling up, and we'll wait for like 10 kilometers. Hit him with the broadside. Cut right here. 10 kilometers are set. Just crank it over.
We were hit.
Nice. Excellent.
Awaiting orders.
We lost the bomber. They're the two Pelta 2s. They had to do a full 180. But look at that. They're going right through the turbo lasers. One Pelta 2 is down. Looking good. Keep it up. Wow. He told us to stop, Bunny. Should we stop?
Oh no, awaiting orders.
That's a clear. Beautiful. All right, hang tight. Where are we at? Double check. Reinforcements coming through? No reinforcements yet. We were able to drop them as they came in. That was super great. We lost some scimitars, but that's not too bad overall. What I will do is get our Keldabe to turn around and start hitting this factory. And then we are going to start to vacate the premises. So before we do that, before we change the field of battle, that's a Pelta. Let's spool up here. Everyone's going to come with. So actually, you know what? Waylay that. We are not going on this factory. What I'm going to do is square off, and then we'll form up, and then we'll go. So let me go in and just select everybody. Cancel all orders. And we are just going to square up. Here we go. So square off towards the gate. We're currently on the side of the gate, so it could be a lot worse. We don't see any warships on the opposite side of the gate, so it's not a bad time to spool up. We'll just double check before we actually commit. And we're going to get out of here. So form up, form up, form up.
Striking.
Group leader. Scramble. On the way. This is group leader.
All right, we are
Awaiting
squared
orders.
off.
Prepare to open fire on the target.
And hold right here.
beacon.
So let's go ahead and check the maps. What do we have going on right now? Looks like interceptors are moving in different places, but for the most part, we are regrouping and there's nothing on the opposite side. So I'm going to go ahead and spool and we're going to hop through Doran and head on over, at least through the gate, right? There is a defensive fleet that we're going to welcome us with open arms. There is an immobilizer there that I'm not a big fan of for damage, but it is what it is. And I think we're going to get out cleanly. This is a huge win for us. When we started, the NRL had Bilbringi, they had Doran, and they repelled us repeatedly and caused catastrophic damage. Now, we've cleared out Doran, we've cleared out Bilbringi temporarily, and obviously they'll take that back, but at least the lines have been balanced once again. So let's go ahead and spool up here. We're going to get the heck out of Dodge. And we're going to get paid, more importantly, right? We're going to get paid. That's going to be really, really nice. And maybe, just maybe, we can afford another vessel for our troubles. Wouldn't that be awesome? If anything, maybe an ISD-2. All right, 3:30. And we are on the way. Fantastic. There's a YT-1300 Mike. There's 2 Millennium Falcons. And we're making it. Great. There's a freighter. Double check on the other side. We're still good. All right, come on through. Full speed, full speed. I'm going to ferry the capital ships through on my own as well. And then we'll just chill on the opposite side because we've got a lot of friendlies on that side to protect us. So hop on through. Perfect. There it is. There it is. And we'll just shoot by so that we don't get clogged down or bogged down. Does this have the updated flight mechanics? Hey, Jacob. Yeah, it does. So this is currently being overlaid on 7.5. I know 7.6 came out, but right now the SWI team is currently working on an updated version of SWI, which is compatible with 7.6. So yes, this does have the updated flight mechanics, including the boosting and the drift and all that kind of stuff.
Completed.
Makes a big difference with the small fighters for sure, to make them feel
Orders.
different. All right, we're gonna go in and give up the con. Just double check orders here that they're gonna stay. I don't want them to go anywhere strange. We'll go ahead and delete that. Let's get in Keldabe. We're gonna go in and move them through. Even the AI's drifting. It's true. We saw it earlier.
Jump
You
completed.
can't deny it. They
Already.
smacked one of our own vessels like they were playing pool or snooker. There we go. He's boosting up. Fantastic. It's true, Magic Pain Glove. 9983. And there she goes. Excellent. We'll go in an autopilot, just double check all the rest of them. Where are we at? ISD 2 is on the way. Fighters are joining. Double check any reinforcements. And we are still clear. This is how we got to do our engagements from now on. This is very, very clean. There is a freighter here. They are going to take this place back. Let's go ahead and say I'd like to remove all orders. You are going to move. Go ahead and clear. And they should start to go.
Completed.
Double check out this way. We are going to remove all orders and clear. They should be good. Double check. Remove all orders and reinitialize. Fantastic. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Excellent. Let's go ahead and cut.
Disengage.
And in the meantime, I think it's safe now. I'm going to go ahead and quick save, and we are going to collect our rewards. So we're going to jump over to our TIE Royal Guard Interceptor TIE Fighter that is planted at the defense platform, so we can actually accept the reward for the mission. And it is based off of how much damage that we have done, as well as how much time we have spent in system. We had to commit for 20 minutes. We committed for 32. So hopefully we shall get some cash. We're currently sitting at a surplus of about 72.3 million, but I would imagine after accepting estimates, we're sitting at like 75. If we were to get something like 20 mil, we're going to be at 95, and that with a little bit of borrowing from our resources and managed accounts in the background might be able to pull off another provocateur or something else maybe. So 76 million when complete. We're going to hop on over to a Royal Guard Interceptor on the defensive platform, and we shall complete the mission. Oh, hello, T-Pose. Dip on out. And off we go. Imperial Drift. Oh, it's like Tokyo Drift, but even more Imperial. Communication Center. And hop on through. Grab it. Hello, ma'am. So we are getting paid 11.5 million. Nice. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Good luck out there.
Thank you very much. Not too shabby. So now we're sitting at close to 90 million. Not bad at all. So as soon as these guys come on through, looks like our ISD... Oh, is it trying to attack? Gosh darn it. Delete. Clear that. Join us, please. Delete. Clear that. Come on back, guys. Come on back. What do we have here? You guys are moving. That's perfect. How about all you? Come on back. I really do need them to get into sector here. Double check. Remove all orders. Join us, please. Here's the provocateur. So I'm going to go ahead and lead them out to Ord Mantell. That's currently where our supply vessel is. I think it had enough time to gather supplies. So we're going to head over there. This poor E-Wing. It probably thinks it's going to get through safely, but all that's going to happen is it's going to run into the rest of us on the other side, right? So here's the E-Wing. Oh, we got hit with the arrestor. Okay, so the tractor beam nailed it, and it's in a bad place right now. Good luck, buddy. Good luck. Oh, turbo lasers too? Oh my god. Okay, well, yeah, that's not very good for them.
Striking.
All right, off we go. Wow. I didn't think the capital ships would... Oh! Oh, great. Are you kidding me? So what happened, if you're curious, is the immobilizer has dinged out on that single vessel. Classic X moment. Yeah. So what has happened, the immobilizer sends out a 25-kilometer area ping, and that is because it's an interdictor. So it dropped that guy at a travel drive, but it naturally deals 1 point of damage to everyone, including us, within a 25-kilometer area. And so we responded and attacked back, I think. And that has now made all of the Empire hostile to us. So the whole idea of coming out without any sort of damage all of a sudden seems moot. I don't know how we're gonna... It'd be bonkers if they added the Vong. They did. They did. The Vong are here. We've had to defend ourselves against them. I was really thinking that was a very clean run. Curious, if I were to load right now, how far back are we? Because I don't really feel like destroying the Empire. Terrifying. Yeah, let's load. And maybe we just completely, I just keep overriding their instincts to fight back. How about that? Like, I will just watch it, and as soon as they ping us, like, no, don't shoot, don't shoot. Just keep refreshing them until we can get through this area. Golly, I have to say, the immobilizer's really scary because of the way that it works mechanically. So I don't know how I feel about this. Cross your fingers. I don't remember where I quick saved. I think it was after we got through the gate, but I could be wrong. Oh my god. We're like separated between two different gates, one in Bilbringi, one in Doran, and they've got their whole force on this side, an interdiction fleet, and we are separated by the gate. So not a good situation for us, that's for sure. Even if we wanted to attack them and take their stuff, I don't know if that would work out the way that we would hope that it would. Because I'd imagine we have a high enough reputation with the Galactic Empire, I think it would only be a temporary or fleeting thing. But still, we would probably suffer losses. I would prefer not to. And I feel like this is an okay time to reload, because when it comes to the immobilizer, it's just the mechanics of it all that mess things up. It's supposed to just pull people out of hyperdrive, but I know that they've got to work with what they got, so the devs make it so it deals a tick of damage, and oh boy. There's a reason why I use the arrestor and not the immobilizer, but I would love to use the immobilizer. I think it looks infinitely more cool than the arrestor. It at least looks like a small Star Destroyer with orbs on it. It's the Dragon Ball Z Star Destroyer. All right, 77%. They have CIS ships, and I need your own Lucre Hulk. Heck yes. I would like to have a droid control. You know, it's a giant freighter, believe it or not. It's like a space station freighter. What's kind of crazy, I was looking at the ship comparisons, and in the XL variety, there was actually Home 1. So it's like a cruiser MC-80, I believe. And Home 1 is a special one with like 29,000 average turret DPS. And when you look at the Lucre Hulk, it's the only thing that has more firepower. Okay, so let's see where we are. Where are we right now? Have we aggroed on this side? Negatory. Negatory. There's the immobilizer fleet. We need to blow right through this. We cannot stay here. Absolutely imperative. There's the ISD-2. So what I'm going to do is select everyone here. We are going to remove all orders. We're going to override it, and you will not stop until you are right there. We're going to do the same thing with everyone around this immobilizer because it's about to go live and wacky, right? Remove all orders right here. Remove the orders, and we're going to blow right through just like that. Do not stop at all. Keldabe is going to continue out this way. I think that looks a little wonky. Let me go in and remove his orders and then send him through. There we go. Excellent. And I suppose I will actually... I was going to accept the mission, right? So let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to teleport over. I haven't accepted it in this save. Their Merchant Guild gone militant. Star Wars really great with a whole ad hoc. I have to say, the feeling of like there's always war is definitely here. I mean, like an X4, it almost seems peaceful. I mean, you can definitely take your time. It's not like it rushes you in this version, but my god, there's always stuff happening around you. And it's really nice to get involved. There we go. That's a clear. We just got a little more cash this time. Let's hold for a second. We're going to hop back over to the Provocateur. I don't see the enemy yet. Hop into the Provocateur. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go. Let's go. There it is. Moving, moving, moving. It looks like our travel drive kicked in. That's great. All these fighters, are you moving? I need you to move. Remove all orders. Go. Just do it again. Do it again. Confirm. Everyone moving. Off we go, guys. You're a little too slow for my liking, but you already have your orders. Right now, double check he's not waiting. He's recalling subordinates. Stop recalling subordinates immediately. Move now. Hold for a second. You need to stop recalling subordinates. Override. Fly and wait now. Hang tight. Go, go, go. Get out of here. We need to get away from that interdictor. They're still trying to recall subordinates. Cancel. Cancel. Move. You too. Cancel. Cancel. Go, 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 go. Don't stop. Don't stop. Do not stay near that thing. Right now, we got a lot of fighters right here. Remove all orders. Vacate the premises. Now. Move. Just keep overriding the orders. Never stop. Never stop. Keep moving. Keep moving. Oh, there's that E-Wing. Someone kill that E-Wing now. Kill that E-Wing before that thing pings off. Let me save here. So I'm saving here. I'm going to go in and order every fighter right next to that E-Wing and just drop that thing out. I don't know if they can crank it on over fast enough. And everyone else will just keep overriding the orders. We have people jumping through the gate right now next to the immobilizer. So we need that. We need to get away from it in case it pings us and we strike and defend ourselves. So hang tight. Oh my gosh. It's like one E-Wing shouldn't be a problem, but it's what he does to our allies, right? It's like some kind of virus of the mind. It's horrible. Okay, so we're going to grab all of these guys, including Darth Vader's TIE Advanced. We are going to clear the flying weight command. You are going to vector over and eliminate this guy with utter prejudice. Go for it. Let you feel like you're moving through the ranks, which is what draws me to it. Definitely. Okay, so... God help you. I don't know if we can do it fast enough. Come on. Come on, hit that guy. Hit that guy. Hit him. Hit him. Hit him. No, 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 no. He's getting closer. Interdictor's gonna fire. I hate you, Interdictor. Get the heck out of Dodge. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Do not retaliate. No matter what. He hurts you. Don't retaliate. Do not retaliate. Get a move on. We've got one fighter on this side. I mean, honestly, guy, I don't even know what you're thinking. Yeah, he's escorting the ship. Hang tight. Is he going to ping out? Oh, he's right there. Interdictor's going to fire. Hold. Okay, I just saw some damage come in. Grab these guys. Come on, guys. Don't stop. Don't stop. They got him. They got him. Did they get him? Oh my god, they did. The problem is you're trying to recall subordinates. Do not do it. Fly, fly. Stop recalling subordinates right now. Fly. Do not stop. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. Keep going. Keep going. We survived somehow. That's epic. Why is this more scary than taking over the sector? And in Doran, that's a build storage? Yeah, that's build storage. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. I am not going to feel safe until I get to Ord Mantell. Come on, gentlemen. Keep moving. Keep moving. Flood through. And I think that is it. Wow, we did it. Look at that. Isn't that excellent? Do they have any military vessels? Negative. High five. That's awesome. Holy moly, I didn't think we'd pull that off. Excellent. Well, let's go ahead and control the provocateur. We're going to mark up. And we're going to get ourselves out to Ord Mantell.
Awaiting orders.
Position here, provocateur. And start guidance. We are going to move without recalling subordinates. And ideally, we'll be able to reset all orders and get the fleet all sorted. So not too shabby. In the time of the stream, we've been able to clear out Doran. We've been able to clear out Bilbringi. And more importantly, we've been able to earn cash in the background. And we haven't had to play any supply because our ship supplies are adequate, at least. And the nice thing is, because we've got more cash, in theory, we could get another vessel and our fleet can grow. And we don't have to worry too much about the supply because we already took care of that yesterday. So all in all, a very, very good day for the Hutt Cartel and the Bunny League. It's been phenomenal. A little scary, a little frustrating at times, but not too shabby. Here's this thing. I guess the question is, do we want more of this or do we want cruisers? Do we want anything like that? I suppose we could also buy the blueprint for a wharf. That actually might be more beneficial in the long run, right? Maybe we should do that. Because that is going to allow us to make our own fighters in the long run. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that. I think we've got enough cash to make it happen today. That's going to be really cool. We won't be able to get the wharf stood up immediately, but at least we'll have the blueprint, which is a huge first step. I guess the question is, where do we want this wharf, right? Like, where do we want to put it? I guess unknown region number 3 is not too bad, but then again, Bastion's not a bad place either. It's just very, very crowded.
Autopilot.
Okay, let's hang tight right here.
Disengage.
Let's see where everybody else is. Just double check. Oh, they're returning. Why are they going back? I don't understand what's happening here. Is there something that they're going to? If we're taking a look, they're following somebody, it seems. Is that right? Actually, what are they doing? Fly and wait. Dock and wait. Well, dock and wait's back this way. Why are you trying to fly to a vessel? That seems odd. Okay, fair enough. Let's go ahead and see the rest of them. We're just going to remove those orders again. We'll get all of these guys. We'll remove these orders. And then we'll have this gentleman dock here. This is that runner or TIE interceptor that we use for mission work. We'll go and clear all of these guys. Let them follow the hierarchy now. Remove all orders. Remove all orders here. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. And we're just going to hang tight right in this position right here. And I think I want to see all of them moving in the right direction, right? They shouldn't be stuck. They shouldn't be turning around. They shouldn't be heading to enemy territory. They should be going back to their leaders. Each one of them. Yeah, they're all moving in the right direction. Excellent. This is looking a lot better than we had it a little bit ago. Although the runner isn't actually relocating, so let's go ahead and have him do that, right? So dock and wait. And there we go. So he's going to get out of that defensive platform. It's a dangerous place to be because Doran is highly contested. And everyone else is cruising. Imperial Star Destroyer number 2. Victory 2 Star Destroyer. None of them say they're recalling subordinates. That's another Victory 2. We got the Kadabe. Excellent. And then there is us. And they're all going to form on me. I'm okay with recalling subordinates here because basically everybody's our subordinate, right? The Provocateur. So we'll let them group up on us. And then we shall move in to our supply vessel. So we'll actually start here. Where is the mobile bunny bar? Oh, it's in Ithor. Why is it out there? What happened? It's in Ithor. That is a very dangerous place to be. Okay, that's scary. You know what? Let's go ahead and say supply fleet, but not in the middle of Mandalorian conflict zones. And confirm. Okay, so it's coming back. Jeez Louise, what a ballsy guy. This guy decided he wanted to fight the Mandalorians first, like mano a mano. That's it's our supply vessel. 5-star pilot, my butt. She's got strange judgment, and I question my choice to make her the leader of that fleet. But oh well, it is what it is. Okay, excellent. Well, we all made it back. That's great. We're all grouping up. That's fantastic. So let's head on out. We are recalling subordinates. We're going to cancel the fly and wait right here. And I'm going to move into Ord Mantell, and we're going to meet that supply ship out there. And we're going to get ourselves back online. We can assess the damages. It's going to be kind of cool to see, because the bunnies have now seen a cycle of damage from an engagement that was not really in our favor. And then now we're getting back from an engagement that I would say was in our favor. So it's going to be kind of nice to compare. I would imagine this is a lot better. And then we will see how much cash we have left over. Because actually, yeah, we've got 84 million right now, but we haven't accepted any of the estimates to rebalance, right? So maybe we'll be sitting closer to like 88, almost 90 mil. And we are now at 70 kilometers, and then we shall be in Ord Mantell. So 40, 30, 20, 10, and we are through. Fantastic. Excellent.
Jump completed.
A bunny pilot doing weird things. The universe makes sense again. Yeah. I mean, Savax, you saw our Victory 2 Tokyo drifted into our ISD 2, right? That was probably the weirdest thing I've seen all day. It's definitely left me questioning our decisions at times, but you know what? It worked. I will take it. It did put that station into a pincer, so maybe it was all according to plan, right? All according to plan. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and give up the con. We'll let them sit there. We'll go ahead and clear guidance, and let's go ahead and assess the damage. So one thing I can start with, since the Mon Calamari fleet support is just getting into position still, we'll go ahead and get repairs on our scouts and refill them with the advanced satellites, because that was huge. Hugely beneficial, right? actually having those advanced satellites from the loot bug. Add a shopping list. That's one. We did lose a couple of the loot bugs, but they're relatively cheap. So that's been actually not even an issue. The value they provided is just our foreknowledge so that we can actually commit or not commit. That's been really, really powerful. So thank you to the bunnies for actually recommending getting more satellites out there. I will go ahead and just do the repair on the 4th, although it seems like maybe we've got a background save going on right now. There we go. Perfect. Loot bug number 4. Or I guess you want to call it 3 right now, because there's only 3. Advanced satellite. This is the guy that put it all the way in Vakar. Confirm. There we go. So now they're back online. I think our supply vessel is almost at its destination.
Awaiting orders.
There we go. So it is now. Perfect. We'll go ahead and assign the provocateur, and we are going to resupply and repair. Repairs are 445,000 instead of 9.5 million. That is awesome. We did lose some repair drones, but barely any. And we did need a replacement of a couple of flares, but that's it. And it's a grand total of like 5 minutes. That's it to repair. That's excellent. So I'm now giving up the con, and they are taking us in. So that's awesome. That's our flagship. We've got the Keldabe. We know it took quite a beating. Resupply and repair. And it is at 7.5 million. Is that right? Oh no, 7,544 credits. That's barely anything. Holy crap. And there barely any of the concussion missiles were lost. So that's great. So in total, 72 missiles and a flare. That's it. That's amazing. That's so good. Wow. Our Victory 2s can go over to the equipment dock and get stocked up. 63,000 credits. That's it. About 108 concussion missiles instead of all of them. We are missing missile components, so I'll add to the shopping list and confirm. And then I suppose I will start to do that cycling again, right? Rhydonium course, Rogue One. We're going to go ahead and search for missile components and just have that happen in the background. And we have a new captain now, Fatima. She's getting all of her experience at the moment. We're looking for missile component sales. A little bit rough because they're always short, especially when the Bunny League's in town. When the Bunny League's in town, everybody sold out of missile components. It's like our flavor packets, right? 1686. That's awesome. I'll take that. That's plenty for this circumstance. And in we go. We'll go ahead and drop that off in parallel. Pop that in there. Excellent. And just to double check, what else are we doing here? Buy Rhydonium. I'm going to waylay that. This is the highest priority. So we are now buying missile components next and selling missile components. So that's the main priority for Rogue One at the moment. So that's the first thing they're going to do. That was our first Victory 2. Let's go ahead and get the second, and we'll have them repair at the Mon Calamari fleet support. And this one is right as rain. The only thing is missing are 99 concussion missiles. That's it. That's awesome. Get that all stacked up and ready to go. We've got the arrestor. Might as well try to do as much of the refitting at our own vessel as possible. Resupply and repair. Nothing, just 3 flares and 69,000 credits. That's it. That's awesome. Raider 3 is probably still good. Although actually we all took a little bit of damage, right? Yeah, we all took a tiny bit of tick damage because of that, the immobilizer earlier in our engagement. And then we finally got our ISD-2, the one that did all the drifting, and it only has 39,000 damage. That's amazing. But we did lose a lot of drones. So, and we're 19 droid parts short in order to get that replacement. Well, I mean, nice thing is we have trade vessels for a reason. So we can actually select the trade vessels and help ourselves to the goods. So let's see, what do we got? We're looking at droid parts. We only need 19. We might as well get as much as we can. We'll close down on missile components. We'll zip on out. We're looking for the droid parts. Probably up to the north. Perfect. Droid parts way out here in the trading station. So we'll nab them here. Trade with... Oh, thank you, Tank Hair. Appreciate it. And we're going to nab... Really? I guess they're big. We can nab 241. Fantastic. Fair enough. Fair enough. Transfer wares. Dump the composites. Dump the droid parts. Excellent. And confirm. High five. So that's going to happen in the background. And so far as fighters go, we can double check. So how many do we have right now? We've got 20 out of 29, so we've got 9 more that we need in theory. But just to double check, we've got a solid 4. We are missing 1, 2, 3. Actually, we're missing 3. That's it. That's not bad at all. So far, so good. I think this is looking really good. And if we were to actually accept all the estimates, where are we at with our cash? Accept the estimates, we're sitting at 97 million. Holy moly. Well, what do they have available to us? If we go over to the shipyard right now, as the last thing that we do, if we go over to Excel, an Imperial Star Destroyer is like 76 million, 103 million at the moment, so maybe I won't buy it at the moment. It's a little bit on the expensive side just because of, I think, scarcity and whatnot. You can also get, here's another Provocateur, and this is worth 157 million. So we're not quite there yet, but dear God, if we got another one of these with the octuple barbette turbo lasers, just like fully dedicated to it, that would be amazing. And then, yeah, honestly, anything would be great. Servitors, but like I said, they're all kind of expensive right now, so we'll have to revisit. When I got it, it was like 140 million. That's like 17 million off, so that's pretty epic. Either way, I think next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hop on over. I'm going to grab the small and medium wharf, and at least we'll have the blueprint, and then we can continue to advance and hopefully in the future have our own wharf, print our own ships, print our own bombers, and keep ourselves stocked up that way. I think it's going to be really, really powerful as far as moving us forward in the game. So, bunnies, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I think we did quite a lot today. We made a lot of progress. We got to play around with a brand new Provocateur. Tomorrow, my hope is that we'll be able to start to build our very first wharf, and then from there, maybe have the infrastructure while simultaneously going out and defending a zone, have the infrastructure in place so that by the end of the stream, we'll at least be able to maybe treat it like an equipment dock or something like that. I would imagine it's rather complicated, and each one of the modules might take like 15 to 20 minutes to build, so it's possible we won't really get too far, but we can at least get it set up, and that'll be really, really awesome. So if you'd like to join us on that one, we're going to be streaming tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, same bun time, same bun channel. We'll be back again with Star Wars Interworlds. And if you'd like to hang out until the end of the music, we'll go in and give someone a nice raid. I had a total blast. I hope you did as well. And I can't wait to get into the next one with you. Have a wonderful, wonderful night.